Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's all Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we got a little bit of AEW Dynamite tonight, and it's a party. It's a celebration. It's an anniversary. It's a birthday. It's all the action you need, folks. Hopefully, TK's got a lot in store, as he always does, but we're going to dive into it. Get in that chat. Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to talk some wrestling, so strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. 6 years of AEW Dynamite. How do you feel about it? Are you excited? How has the last 6 years been for you? What's the good? What's the bad? What's the in between? Let's talk about it. Again, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good. You're doing good. You put Hump Day in the books. Friday Junior tomorrow. The weekend is upon us, and we got lots to talk about, lots to get into. So blow up that chat. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind, as we got a lot to get into tonight as far as this card goes. Jurassic Express is back. They will return. We will talk about it. Timeless Tony Storm returns to Hollywood, but this time it's Hollywood, Florida. So that's where we're emanating from tonight. Of course, a trios match as the Bucks team up with Josh Alexander and take on Brodito and Kenny. Interesting decision. We'll talk about it. The Death Riders taking on the Ops with Hangman Adam Page, your world champion. And, of course, we got Darby teaming up with Stat to take on Marina and Yuta. So the Death Riders all over this one. Last but not least, the match that a lot of people have talked about, Kyle Fletcher is supposed to take on Hologram. Will take on Orange Cassidy. Might have already wanted it to be that way anyway, so we got what we wanted on this one. So that's what we know that's announced. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to get into that chat. I see that chat blown up already. So again, don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Click all the buttons. Don't forget that little reaction button down below. Click that button and let the algorithm know you're enjoying the show. But we got lots and lots to get into. 6 years of Dynamite. I will say this off the top. Wednesday, we always hope for hope. We always hope for hope. We always hope for a good show. We are hopeful. We're excited. We're eager. And we hope the company and TK and Co. can deliver on their excitement level. So, 6 years of Dynamite. How do we feel about it? How do you feel about it? But I will tell you how I feel about it once I let you know. I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. Jose's at the show. We know you, Jose, was going to be there. How's that going? How are you making out? Tell your friends. Tell everyone around you about the Wrestling for Life Network, the most unbiased, unscripted, uncensored coverage on the internet, folks. So we're happy to be doing what we do. But 6 years of Dynamite, like I said, and I've said this many times in our history here as a channel. We started this channel. I started this channel because of AEW. I was a big fan of AEW. AEW brought me back to wrestling. I had kind of given up on it. I dabbled. I paid attention a little bit as a lifelong wrestling fan. But it was Tony Khan and AEW launching and getting into what we now know as AEW and Dynamite that changed the perspective. I started on social media. I started on Instagram because I wanted to fight Jim Cornette. The first post I ever put up wrestling related was a picture of Jim Cornette that said, "Isn't this man full of shit?" And here we are 6 years later. Things have changed. The world has changed. Wrestling has changed. But what are your favorite moments of Dynamite past? What did you like about it? How are you feeling about the current 6 year mark? And we can get into the booking. We can get into the current times. We can get into right now. But historically, there was a lot of good moments. We kicked off Dynamite. We didn't know what to expect. TK and company did extremely well going through the pandemic era, keeping it exciting. Things like Stadium Stampede. Lot of craziness, some really outstanding matches that have happened on Dynamite over the years. Still to this day, I think one of my favorite Dynamite moments or shows in particular was the Brody Lee tribute show. Outstanding, well done by Tony and company. It was a heartfelt night, but there's been so much to break down over the last few years. Again, ebbs and flows. We can get into all of the the nuances. We can break down the fact of the analytics and the numbers and blah 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 blah. But that aside, somebody started a wrestling company 6 years ago. 6 years, it's still going. It's still doing its thing. Some people are still loving every minute of it. Others, maybe not. Maybe some never ever liked it. But at the end of the day, a huge shout out to Tony Khan. A huge shout out to the members of AEW that have made it to this point. And again, it might not look the best on paper sometimes, but the hope is that it can continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to be strong and get better, offer better stories, offer more than just the spot booking. We get it. We get it. I know the criticisms out there, but at the end of the day, at least it offered an alternative that changed the business, that changed the course of things. So, I mean, for all the negative that people can find about either wrestling company, there are positives in there too. And the good news is there's lots of wrestling to cover. If you don't like the WWE brand, you don't have to watch it. If you don't like the AEW brand, you don't have to watch it. There are many options, but things like Fight TV or Thriller as we know it now, maybe we don't get that at the level that we have it now, or that it had become if it wasn't for AEW, if AEW wasn't shedding such a bright light on independent wrestling. Tony and AEW was a big part of that. A lot of the talent came from the indies. A lot of the talent came from places that we hadn't heard of. Things like PWG and for some fans out there, New Japan was a big part of it. Ring of Honor was a big part of it. And people started seeking out more of that. So as much as not all might be great, there's a lot of good in there. And if nothing else, it gave people like myself, people like a lot of the fans out there, lots to talk about, lots to debate, lots to argue about. And there's wrestling passion across the board. And wrestling has gone through a boom over the last little while. WWE is selling out everywhere and overcharging, if you will. But the good side of the other side of that coin is AEW keeps trucking along, whether it's smaller venues, they're selling their tickets. There are people watching the pay-per-views, and there are people passionate enough about AEW, the wrestling, the company, to debate things online. It would be a lot more insignificant, a lot more boring, if you will, if there was only one company doing it. If there was only one company to kind of either like or dislike, maybe it's not as fun to cover at all. So shout out to Tony Khan. Shout out to the AEW wrestlers that have been part of this journey. And congratulations to them on the 6 years. But we will get into this week. I already showed you the card. So a lot going on. I'm going to get to that chat in a minute. But that is my little preamble tonight. As always, Wednesday we start with hope. Wednesday we start with excitement. And I know certain fans online want to say, KJ, you hate AEW. But that is not the truth. That is not the case. And as you have witnessed, again, there are positives. I try and look on the bright side. Just because I'm critical doesn't mean I'm hateful. And at the end of the day, again, kudos to everybody involved. It's a big night. Hopefully tonight's show is fun. Hopefully tonight's show is exciting. And hopefully tonight's show continues to build towards, their big shows and makes it make sense. They connect dots. They put things together. They build some stories. And again, it's all up to the booker and how he wants to handle business. But love it or hate it, 6 years in, and it looks like they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So with all of that being said, folks, we had the top three from last night: Big Dog, Spaz, and C. Monet. You see what I did there? C. Monet got into the top three. Shout out to you. That's your little crown in the chat. The more you chat, the more super chats you give, the more stickers you give, the more points you get, and you get to be on top of the board. So get in there, and big shout out to those three. Spaz, Big Dog, been on a roll lately, and C. Monet getting in there. So let's go and say hello to the people as we kick off this anniversary show with about, what am I looking at, about 3 minutes to go to see how fast I can catch up. But Zach is with us, International Coffee Day. Cheers to Coffee Day, as I have had my plethora of coffee to celebrate the event. Eric, how you doing? Welcome back. Happy birthday to Swerve Strickland, belated as it was yesterday. But Blood and Guts will be in November, will be in North Carolina, and we will see what that looks like. We'll talk about it tonight. A lot of debate, a lot of fun stuff with that one. This should be interesting. 6-year show. I hope they do a package, a montage, something to kind of acknowledge the anniversary, to be honest with you. Cherokee George, welcome back. And actually, I'm going to rapid fire through these and then I'll come back up. Yes, Cherokee George, we got you. I'll read what you had to say. Smart Poker, welcome. Dennis Hodge, welcome back. Mike, good to see you. Yo, Adrian, what's up? Clay Lewis is back. Dougie L, Frankie, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Let me get back there. Jose, Jose's in the building, folks. And we've done this before. We'll do it again as we legit have a fan in the building watching the show live. And apparently he has signs. I'm going to get down there, but Jason, let's go. Is this chat ready for the Nick face expression? Well, Nick's face is another place right now, and he's doing well. You got to put up with my ugly mug for the next little while. But yeah, maybe we bring back Marco Stunt, bring the fam back together. We'll see what that looks like. Spina Bifida Awareness Month. Was born with a most severe form. Shouldn't be walking or even still here. Well, we're glad you're still here, Dennis. T's and P's. I can't even begin to imagine what that's like. And big shout out to you and big shout out to the Awareness Month. We were big proponents of bringing awareness to as much as we can. So shout out to you, Dennis, and thank you for that. Richard, welcome back. Ken, good to see ya. Crimson, welcome, sir. Jake, the Tribal Chief, welcome. Let's go. Anthony, let's go. C. Monet, 6 years of the same old shit every Wednesday. I don't agree with that statement. I would say it wasn't always like that. And I was kind of walking down memory lane today, kind of getting prepared for tonight and looking, kind of remembering some of the fun stuff. And why did I love AEW so much in the beginning? Why did I want to come on the internet and defend AEW? When we first started this channel, we did a lot of power rankings, and every week, AEW number one show, AEW number one show. WWE didn't stand a chance. It was boring. It was bland. Now people are still kind of saying it's boring and bland, but I would argue it's come a long way. So again, the debate is on. MDB, welcome back, sir. As folks, I am getting the violence warning, which means the show's about to begin. Jason, welcome back. Boston, good to see you. And I get a crowd shot. Big logos on the screen. If you want to sync up with me. 6 big years, says Excalibur. From Florida, Hollywood. Let's hope 6-year anniversary show is better than the 300 show. Facts. I would agree with that. I'm at the show. Yes. Boston, good to see you if I haven't said it. MDB, the Knee Pad Patrol, welcome back. Sapphic, good to see you. Frankie. Cooper over on Twitch. Don't forget we have Twitch. Look, there you go. Favorite Dynamite moment. Who the hell told you it was open mic night, bitch? Still a classic moment. One of the best segments. That whole segment went sideways quick. But I love it. I still say there was some crazy moments. Even some of the ones that people don't really look at fondly, like Adam Page and CM Punk. They have that promo that gets the ball rolling that eventually leads to Punk leaving the company. But it all started on a promo on Dynamite. MJF, Punk had some really good shit for a long time. Early days, we had a lot of craziness. The tag team division was so prevalent in the early days. Now it's hard pressed to find a tag team match. We get 6-man matches, we get 8-man matches, but the good old days, we literally had tons of tag team wrestling going on. And now we got the Bucks. Yeah, see, this is not why are we starting the show like this, guys? But let's go. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. How you doing, sir? How you doing? I promise I'm going to read some of these questions. I'm a chant. The ref is awesome. Do it. Let's go. MDB, let's play Spot the Rose. Let's go. We're going to be looking. I want to see that sign. I have a KJ is bald sign. I love it. Let's go. Bald and proud. I'm happy about it. Let's do this. Jason, welcome back. Chat, we need a sign. Now bring back Nick. I hope Nick is not pulling a reho. Come back tomorrow and not on the show. Jason, don't fret. Don't fret. Don't fret. Nick will be back tomorrow. He does not usually work Wednesdays. He popped in last week because of a special episode. But yeah, Wednesdays aren't his night. That's okay. Let's go. Let's go. I love the belt collector, Kenny Omega. Bum, bum, bum. This chat is cooking already. Bald and the Restless. Let's go. I like Bald and the Beautiful, to be honest. So we got the Young Bucks, and they're talking about the pomp and circumstance. To me, I'm going to be honest, guys. I think the show should have went straight into like a best of video montage to celebrate 6 years of Dynamite. This is not good. And I think some of the criticisms, and I will put this out to the chat, you guys can tell me if you agree. In the time, the 6 years, have we kind of gone full circle and ended up back where we started? Moxley still Moxley. He was in there on the early days. The Bucks are still being the Bucks. They haven't changed much. Did they spend all their money? What is happening? The broke Bucks. Like, see, it's just silliness. But now the Jungle Express is back. Again, are we looking backwards, not forward? This was a really shitty way to start the show. In all due respect, the Bucks are in the ring. We are starting off the show with the 6-man or the trios match. I will put a poll up. You guys let me know how you feel. Who's going to win? But I think this is a very flat start to a 6-year anniversary. I think you had an opportunity to, again, celebrate the fact that this company has been doing its thing. Love it or hate it. It's been doing its thing for 6 years. And to me, this was doing a silly BTE segment with the Bucks. It doesn't work for me, brother. All right, get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? AEW is an eyesore. Not always. Not always. Saffet feeling it. What a shitty way to start the show. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up real quick and see what I missed. Let's see how the Death Riders deal with the Hangman Hobbs. Again, it's kind of weird. I thought Kenny would have an issue with Fletcher. Doesn't seem to be the case. Why is Kenny teaming up with Brodito? We don't really know, but that's okay. The Kenny being in the same ring as the Bucks, that's kind of interesting. I know everybody loves Kenny in one way or the other. Not everybody, but you get my drift. But here he comes, the cleaner. Kenny Omega in the house. Alexander Bucks versus Brodito. Omega, give me Brodito Omega on that one. Been too long not seeing Omega. Well, we hope Omega can keep in good standing. He's such an integral part of this company, so I'm hoping he does well. Jurassic Express returns. Who will be their sacrificial lamb? I have no idea. Probably Top Flight. Who knows? How much would the crowd accept GE if they became heels? I don't know. That's a good question. National Homemade Cookies Day. I love cookies. Let's go. Use those hashtags, folks. We are the Wrestling Fans United. Dougie, welcome back. Got you. My two favorite moments are Sting AEW debut and Sting. Winter is coming. Absolutely great spot. AEW Brody Lee tribute. For sentimental reasons, but it was such a good show. And in a world where the other company didn't really do that very often, it was really cool to kind of watch. And it felt very personal. And it felt like it really mattered to the company. So I'm very happy with that moment. It's one of my favorites. I'm just going to say one more thing. Juice Robinson needs to, 100%. 100%. He looks like he should be in a paneled van without the beard. As we are off and running, folks. 96% taking Team Kenny. Wow. No faith in the opponents tonight. Josh feeling it. Dun, dun, dun. We'll see. We'll see. My first semi rant is I don't like how we started the show. You've been around for 6 years, and I'm right now. Oof, the crowd in the hard cam, it doesn't look good. A lot of yellow and very quiet. It feels very empty in the arena. Even when we get an applause, big tag to Brody. I really truly think, and you guys can tell me if I'm crazy or if I'm being picky, but why was there not some type of this is Dynamite and you run us through kind of the greatest hits? You start with a gag, fucking the Bucks were gonna throw a big party to celebrate, but they ran out of money. They're still getting paid. They still work here. It's fucking dumb. One of my favorite Dynamite moments is the you effing Mark promo as Bandito dodging all the kicks. Bandito's good. Tonight doesn't feel like an anniversary show, just like feels like Dynamite. And that's on the company to make it feel special. I think WWE does this crazy thing where even when things aren't special, they have a way to like blow them up and overhype them so they feel super special. But AEW will have a special moment and it feels meh. All right, Bradley, the giver of gifts, welcome back, and thank you for gifting out another membership. I'm not sure what the official count is, but well over 120 memberships gifted out by Bradley. He won't be Jungle Boy. What version of Jack Perry? So he's going to be Jack Perry. Not quite the scapegoat, not quite Jungle Boy, but Jack Perry, and Lucha is still going to be Lucha as far as Luchasaurus goes. And they are going to have their music, apparently. Dun, dun, dun. Touched on that. The 6-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. Let's go. What's up, Ronan? How you doing? So we're off and running. Again, it doesn't look like the thickest of crowds. But they're making a little bit of noise. Kind of a fun start. Again, another typical, like, I really wish they'd understand what they're missing out on. They don't tag. They just run in. They do whatever they want. The ref stands there like an idiot. I wish they would understand that there's an importance to doing a good match. There's an importance to rules. There's an importance to why we break things down the way they do. As Bandito slams Brody King on Josh Alexander. As I like to call him, Josh Alec Jobber. Close. MJF might go unhinged tonight. We'll see. Is he even going to be there tonight? He said he was going away. Tony Khan brought in Sarai, the IWGP Women's Champ, just to appear on Ring of Honor. What is he doing? I have no idea. I have no idea why he'd do that. Ring of Honor needs to be moved to YouTube so more people can see it. We got to do better with it, right? Wasn't this already taped, the show? I do not believe so, but I could be wrong. I believe we are live, folks, and I'm looking for Jose. Find a Jose. We get the tag sent on coming in. The assisted drop kick. Down goes Brody King. He should brush that off. Super kick by the Bucks. Let's go. All right. Jose in the building. Someone else we know is in the building, so maybe y'all can meet up. Favorite Dynamite moment? Yeah, I got that one. Let's go. Evening, KJ. Hopefully the show is going to be good. I'm joining the KJ pre-positivity. We're trying. Again, a little bit of a flat start. Nice move by Kenny. And we get an applause. I saw Taz. That's good. What's up, Tanisha? I'm watching Chicago Med and Chicago Fire and Chicago PD tonight. All the Chicago shows. I like it. Happy 70th anniversary to the classic, The Honeymooners. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. And Kenny gets hit with a super kick. But again, this is just messy. Crossbody from Alexander. There's some cool moves, but it's just unorganized. It's unorganized chaos. I prefer organized chaos. A special anniversary episode and only one title match. We'll see what they do. Tuesday's supposed to be Title Tuesday, so we'll see how that looks. We'll say signed a deal with the AEW Creative. Get in there. We need the help. What's up, Randy? What has helped me with watching AEW lately is I've accepted that this right now is mainly wrestling-based company. I enjoy watching the matches, and I know I ain't getting stories. I like that approach. And again, I kind of temper my expectations. Now, my issue becomes like a match like this one. Okay, if we're going to say mainly wrestling-based company, then make the matches really good. Really focus on that in-ring. And I know people are going to say, oh, KJ, it's the best wrestling matches in the world. Yeah, no, let's be real. You're booking certain matches that are terrible. We've seen some really slow matches. The matches you care the most about do have that story. But if you put that aside and you just want the good wrestling, I'm with you. But now we got to define, and I asked someone this online today, define good wrestling. Because everybody just running around like a backyard party and doing flips, I start losing interest. As we do go to a commercial break, folks, but that becomes my dilemma, is I don't believe, like someone will tell me, oh, like a Meltzer, right? Oh, the opening show at Dynamite, the opening match, Kenny and the Bucks, they killed it. 45 super kicks and 3 Meltzer drivers and 5 fucking swantons and 7 topes. What a match. But there was no rules, no count out, no this, no that. Everybody doing the same thing. And I've seen it so many times. It feels rinse and repeat. So I know you can do that flippy shit. Can you do it in a cool way? Can you do some of your moves one match and maybe different moves in a different match? So that becomes a little bit of my dilemma. I get the idea. I get grading on a curve, but I just real pro wrestling within from bell to bell, there's a story being told by the athletes. This is just, doesn't matter if you're a good guy or a bad guy. Everybody do cool shit till somebody gets pinned. To me, that's not good pro wrestling. Maybe it's because I'm older, but I don't know. To me, I need more substance to this, right? That's just my thought. I think they get off easy sometimes. Well, they do the good wrestling and Dubs does the good stories. But I think the Dubs doing some good wrestling matches that aren't getting enough credit. And I feel like there's matches in AEW that don't deserve credit that are getting tons of credit. For example, Rio Monet. 4 stars? What are we doing? Really? What are we doing? I don't get it. Who else is here? Where the hell is your comment? Wow, I'm way behind. Jose, show your moves. Apologies to Dale about the Predictions Championship debacle. Don't apologize. It's on me. I didn't see you, but you both kind of, it's fun. It's fun. Let's just be happy. So, yeah, apparently you were 6-0. Dale was 5-1. I gave it to Dale. Referees calls final. We reversed it, though. Looking forward to the return of Kenny Omega. Kenny's in the ring. Let's go. Slapnuts. Yeah, they save him for pay-per-view pre-shows. Sup, Johnny? Let's go. Happy Polish American, Italian American Heritage Month, Filipino American History Month, and LGBTQ History Month. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't know if any or all of that is true, Ronan, but yeah, okay, all the months. Michael Spikes. I want to see Mercedes Moné and Athena become the first AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Remember, Mercedes Moné never lost the WWE tag titles. I don't want that. I don't want more Mercedes. I don't want Mercedes with any more belts. Can we honestly just be fucking serious? Mark! Tony Khan, Booker of the Year! Tony Khan wouldn't be Booker of the Year if the WWE didn't exist. There's still better bookers out there. And I think you might be, I don't know if you're being serious, but let's be real. And I know Tony wants to convince everybody that 2025 has been tremendous. It hasn't. I've been here for every minute. 2025 is not the best. Tony and Mina versus Tay and Anna Jay. Okay. Solid looking stage. All right. What's up, Josh? How you doing? They promised you a massive show. They better deliver. Listen, man, I'm really surprised that they didn't hype up the fact that other than Excalibur yelling, oh, Brody off the apron. Lots of action. You don't need a ref. Like, to me, AEW is the difference between watching the NBA and watching street ball. Is that fair? Like, that's what it feels like. You don't need a ref in street ball. Everybody just does their shit. You kind of ref yourselves. And that's what the difference feels for me. Watching something like this is just street ball. Kenny up and over, everybody down, including his own guys. Hashtag tons. Hollywood, F you wheel daddy. What? Dung Bucks. What's up? What's up, Bernard? How you doing? How you doing? Ruben, welcome, welcome, welcome. The broke box, let's go. The bald and the beautiful is much better. Let's go. Oh, silly string suplex. Lands it. And this is just sloppy. Again, some cool shit. But here we go. Setting up a tandem spot again. Two, kick out, because why not? Where's Jericho? Apparently Jericho's on the outs. I don't know what you believe or what you don't believe, but the fans have definitely turned on him. Wrestling Rants, how you doing? Ruben Jack, I like that. Let's go. Bald and the Restless and the Bucks appear. Facts. Thought I saw Nick in the chat. I know Spazzy. Spaz, $10. Thank you. KJ, my good brother. What did I miss in the first 5 minutes? Fucking all. When we yawn to deaf folks, think we're screaming. Oh, probably. Nothing is on fire. Fire is going. Fire is on things. Your lips don't touch till you reach 1 million. That's a lot to unpack, but thank you for the $10 super chat, Spaz. As always, we appreciate you. Since we're talking about flashbacks, Chris Jericho versus Nick Gage match, oh my God. The best part of this, and I caramba, where the Bart Simpson, when we needed him, the Domino's commercial, the pizza cutter spot with the pitcher and Domino's not being happy about the pizza cutter was pretty fucking funny. One of my favorite moments. What's up, Mega? Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Where the fuck is... I like street ball. I do like that analogy. And I like street ball. But you don't... And what the fuck just happened there? Kenny kicked out. I thought it was a 3. But Josh instantly transitions into an ankle lock. And everything kind of becomes a standstill again. Bandito kicks. And here we go. Another super kick. It looks so empty in this building. Hey, Doze, is it as empty as it looks? Yeah, I like street ball, but there's a reason why the professionals make the millions. Right? Street ball's fun. We love it. But when push comes to shove, we're throwing our money down and buying tickets to the pros. And I think that's the way it is. That's how it feels to me. As Kenny sets it up, Poison Rana, and he almost broke his own neck. Woo! Britt Baker, AEW or TNA, I don't know. Why, dentistry might be the best option. None of the above, Alan. Welcome back, sir. KJ, why every time I watch WWE right at the moment, it feels for kids. I like this more. AEW don't feel like kids. You mean the group that's running around? And Johnny, I know you lean for AEW, but at the end of the day, like WWE feels like guys like Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, all having like adult issues, like feuds and reasons. When you turn in and you got the Bucks being silly and you got a guy with a flamethrower as we get the one-winged angel and Josh Alexander takes a pin again. So you tell me what's the kiddie thing. I find AEW very immature. You would argue not kid-friendly because obviously blood, syringes, bags over the head, but that's just shock value. Overall, I find it very immature. WWE as a kid programming, yeah, maybe it's more kid-friendly because people aren't purposely bleeding all over the place. But I find a lot of what, remember, MJF was out there doing the kangaroo. We had segments about making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Are we fucking kidding? Come on, Johnny. Come on. I know, AEW is the greatest, but let's be real about what we're getting. There's this double standard, and I think you're missing it here, my guy. This is a creative tag match, and the crowd is having fun. You can tell that the crowd is having fun. But now the Bucks and Kenny are in the ring. It was an okay match. I wasn't blown away. Great, says Cherokee. It was okay. They just did stuff. This is watching obscure FIBA basketball games. Here's Australia versus Lithuania for no reason. As Josh Alexander takes down Kenny. And is there a very small crowd in the building tonight? Like the crowd doesn't sound loud. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And here comes the Jungle Express. Get the fuck out. There you go. Where was Nick? Oh. And he's wearing the fuck Meltzer shirt. This crazy son of a bitch did it. I haven't seen him yet. I see a sign. We're going to have to send him another t-shirt. Let's go. What's up, Big Nick? Something big or special needs to happen tonight. We'll see. As the Jungle Express back together and instantly going after the Young Bucks. Planted. Now you got me looking in the crowd for Jose. Wrestling is athletic soap opera, not whatever the fuck AEW is doing. That's where I know people said that was a great match, but it feels like every single Young Bucks match I've ever seen. And again, I don't think it's a great match when it doesn't fall within the rules. Is there fun stuff in there? Is there cool spots? For sure. But it's like street ball. There is no, like, it's just freestyle. And sure, it's great, but I want the pros. I want the legit shit. And you can do the tricks and the flips as Jungle Boy and Kenny are fighting. Remember, there was a past issue, but Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, topes the Bucks. So Kenny forgot about being mad at Kyle Fletcher, but is still mad at Jack Perry, who beats Matt Jackson with his coat. And the crowd kind of claps. The crowd feels so quiet. I need a story to a wrestling match. Not every wrestling match has an epic story, but some story, some rhyme, some reason. And Kenny's still in the ring with a mic. British Bulldog versus Bret Hart is good wrestling. Top 5 matches. One of the best matches ever, actually. For my money. They sell after they flip. They don't. Yeah, I mean, I want selling. I want in-ring psychology. I want more than you flip on me, then I get up and flip on you, and then my friend kicks you in the face, and then all three of us do a sequence move. Again, it just lacks originality. It's easy to just grab a piece of paper and scribble all over it. It's tricky to color within the lines and make it make sense. And I'm not saying you can't color a blue duck. I've never seen a blue duck before. But you can't only paint a blue duck. When? Whoa, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I've seen fucking bankrupt flea markets sell more. I love flippy stuff, but I also enjoy selling. I enjoy the moves, feel impactful, not people getting up right away, selling injuries, sell exhaustion. I would agree as the lights go out. What is happening here? Kenny cuts a promo. We got company. Jericho's back. Holy shit, I was way off. Andrade is back and takes out Kenny. I honest to God thought it was Jericho. Never crossed my mind. Andrade is back like a ping pong. Crowd shouts, holy shit. Nice. The underhook neck breaker. I was way off. Way off. El Idolo has returned. Holy shit. Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. So Andrade is with Callis. Yeah, quicker than a hiccup, as old JR would say. Beetlejuice, holy fuck, he's here. El Idolo has returned. He has like blonde highlights. So when the lights first came on, I was like, shit. But why Kenny and Callis again? Like, even Taz just said it. Don Callis gets another one. This is crazy. Andrade. Wow, he really came back. Just, I guess when you're out of options, you don't have a whole lot of free agent options. You're like, fuck it, we'll take him. That guy could not wait to get away from AEW. Didn't do anything in WWE when he went back. Blame the booking, blame him, blame whoever you want. But my God. So you can confidently say they never sell. There's never any selling. There's wrestlers who do and wrestlers who do not within AEW. I never said never because that's too absolute. There is a lack of selling across the board. Moxley sells nothing. Kenny sells nothing. The Bucks don't sell very well. There is very little in-ring psychology in AEW, and it's only select people that can bring it out. But that's my honest take, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but there is a lack of psychology. What are we doing now? Why didn't we open with this? Who the fuck's putting this show together? Andrade. As now we're getting a video package, and I like it. Go fuck yourself. Brody Lee, Ricochet with the scissors, Omega and Ospreay off the stanchions. Oh, the infamous TK driver heard around the world. The house burning down was an epic moment. I need a reason for people to be wrestling each other. I need story to go with why people hate each other so much. I completely agree with that. And you kind of see it in just the last segment. Kenny got taken out by Kyle, right? He didn't come back and fight Kyle. And now he's in a random trios match and gets jumped by El Idolo. So I don't quite get it. He just had like this moment. So now the Young Bucks are going to fight Jurassic Express, but nobody really explained why Jack Perry's mad at the Bucks. Did he? I don't know. Maybe I missed it. They're a really good video package right now. One of the best matches Dynamite ever had. MJF, Will Ospreay. But this Don Callis thing is out of fucking control. I've been here for 6 years for AEW too. Mega, every minute of it, buddy. AEW needs to show will be live from the Bunny Ranch. Why didn't we open the show? Am I wrong? Like, am I being picky, folks? But either did AEW. So, again, you can say WWE didn't. I'm an Andrade fan. My fandom of Andrade goes back to prior to when he was in any of these companies. He had a great run in NXT, and then he fell off. And he went to AEW, did nothing. The most we got from Andrade in AEW was the table spot with Cody and a bunch of promos in the stairwell. He wanted out of AEW so bad, he punched Sammy Guevara in the face. AEW went to WWE. There's a lot of competition in WWE. Saying he didn't use him right, or maybe he just didn't click. They let him go, and he's right back to AEW. Now, here's the thing, Johnny. Let's see how they do. How does he do now that he's back then? If he's so good and the WWE didn't highlight him the way they were supposed to, let's see. Great package. Should that have not opened the show? This Sting Darby combo always rocked. It was a fun time. You might be being picky, but at least you're not Nick Picky. Facts. Let's go. As we are on a commercial break, folks, I think the show would have been really cool if you opened it with the package. And you got us all excited. You celebrate 6 years. The video package ends. Your commentators sell us 6 years of Dynamite. It's a pleasure. Each one of them kind of give a little 2 cents. And then we get into a match. Instead of all that stupid shit with the Bucks, where, like my friend Johnny here, all that shit with the Bucks stuff is childish. You have to be a child to have the stupidity of the story go over your head. They have a full-time paying job. They have a contract that pays them. So this whole idea that they're broke is fucking dumb. Exactly. Andrade couldn't handle being around Charlotte, possibly. Fletcher versus OC next? Is that not the main event? Andrade is a drug addict. That's alleged, and I don't know if that's true. Great video package. I agree with Rance. When Kenny was talking after the match, I held up my Cody Rhodes shirt, and he saw it. LOL. So are you on the camera side, or are you on the hard cam? Andrade is a former U.S. champion in WWE, went over Rey Mysterio multiple times. Good point. Nice counter argument, Crimson. Mr. Ronan. There you go. How do the fans that watch on TV know how not to use talent? This is one of the reasons I'm falling out of wrestling fans, thinking they know everything. I mean, everyone has a right to an opinion, Bendy. It's no different than when you're sitting around and you're like, oh, I can't believe the coach didn't play so-and-so. I can't believe that guy didn't get more time on the field, or why did he put that pitcher in, or whatever it is. That's what fans do. They're allowed to, Monday morning quarterback is a thing for a reason. We all kind of do it. And a lot of us think we can. The problem with wrestling fans, I find, in that regard, is if everybody was booked the way the wrestling fans would be, we'd have 75 champions, no mid-card, no lower card. Everybody would be on every pay-per-view. Everybody would have a belt. Fuck, I mean, we're close. But that's the thing, like they say, oh, they could have done better. To do what, though? What are you going to do? Let me ask you a serious question to the fans up there. Would you have booked Andrade in a match with Cody instead of Drew McIntyre? Would you have put Andrade in a feud with Punk instead of Seth? I'm asking. KJ, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really good match. I advocate for OC. I do have my issues with OC, but OC can wrestle. Fletcher can wrestle. This should be fun. But I got Mark Briscoe. Hashtag them boys. Let's go. Excalibur can barely can sell for 6 minutes. Excalibur is bad at his job. Last week, all he had to do was pitch to Tony Khan, flubbed it. Tonight, we start off, he's not good. If he wasn't in with fucking the Bucks and the PW crew, he wouldn't be on TV. He is fucking useless. I'm sorry, Excalibur. I don't even know if you're a nice guy. The inside of that mask probably smells like farts and fucking head cheese. I don't know what to tell you. But what the fuck are you doing? What are we all doing? Why are you sitting there? You're from Michigan. Take the mask off. Do your job. He's just not good at it. But Mark Briscoe's good at his job. I booed Excalibur all day, every day. I'm telling myself that the show just started and it will be awesome. I hope. That's how we start every week. And the show hasn't been bad. But again, it's the definition of, I think, and I don't know how to work this out. Maybe we'll have to do like a poll and break the answers of the poll down in demographics. I think younger, more modern fans just like the running around and the chaos. And I think traditional wrestling fans understand that real pro wrestling has rules. Real pro wrestling had a rule book. Those rules matter to sell the psychology of the match. And you don't need like a big story sometimes, but you can sell me on a bad guy by how he interacts with his opponent, how he interacts with the ref. But if the ref is standing there with his hands in his pocket playing pocket pool all fucking match, you lose all of that. It's just guys jumping on guys. Pause. How long was he gone, Andrade? I mean, how long has he been gone from WWE? What, a month, maybe? Andrade was gone from June. Is it June? Has it been that long? I feel like it hasn't been that long since they announced he was gone. Nick's got to be sweating. Oh, 3-1. Where are those big bats of the Yanks? I'm rooting for the Yanks because I want that matchup. As we go back to Roberts. And here comes Jane. I'm shocked. Is anybody surprised that this match is happening now? This to me is a chance where you could put the TNT title in the main event, make it feel cool. OC against Kyle. All right, folks, get your votes in. Orange Cassidy, who came back last week, was not supposed to be in this match. It was actually supposed to be Hologram, which I thought was a terrible choice. I did have a couple fans out there try and convince me that Hologram is good. He's so cool, KJ. I'm sorry, I don't get it. And that goes back to my buddy Johnny in the chat. Hologram is for children. That's it. Right? Clonogram is even more for children. OC, children love them. Yeah, why is it never that the wrestler fumbled his opportunity? Right? It's always the company fucked up. Kid Rebos, welcome back, sir. WWE chose Charlotte over Andrade. He was starting to build a little bit before the divorce. I thought so too, and I do think there's truth to that. The other part of that rumor story was that, you know, they wanted to shift him to working AAA, and I believe his ties are CMLL historically. So I do believe that was also an issue. I would imagine, I would like to hope that Charlotte and Andrade would be professional enough, or you could keep them apart enough. But at the end of the day, they're going to choose Charlotte over Andrade if they had to choose. I'm a big fan of Andrade. Like I said, I was pumped when I found out that Andrade was coming into NXT and he was going to sign with the WWE. The unfortunate part is that's kind of where we got the best Andrade. I don't know why we never put him back with Vega and did more, but we'll see. We'll see what his second run is. Instantly, I come down a level of give a shit when I find out he's in the Callis family. And yet another member of the Callis family is beating up Kenny Omega. 6 years. This is the 6-year anniversary, Tony Khan. If you're doing things tonight that you had started 5 years ago, that maybe you should do something else. Absolutely not. Cody versus Andrade, hell no. Drew, exactly. So I know people say, oh, well, they dropped the ball with Tegan Knox. They dropped the ball with Shotzi Blackheart. They dropped the ball with Andrade or Idris Inoue or whoever the fuck. Not everyone's got an opportunity. And Gigi Dolan said it best. Another one that people think they dropped the ball with. Sometimes the athlete doesn't hit the mark. Sometimes it's a matter of timing. Sometimes it's a matter of if you're paying Andrade really good money and you can bring in somebody that is younger and costs less to do pretty much the same shit. Like Andrade and Carmelo wasn't bad, but it just, we lost. There was just so much going on. That's the problem. Okay, we'll keep Andrade. Who do you replace him with? Who do you put Andrade in the place of? Of course, WWE would choose Charlotte over Andrade. Yeah, absolutely. Andrade cannot talk. So what does WWE need for him? Hence why he has Callis. Yeah, so the best Andrade was with Vega. I'm shocked that they never tried that again. I don't know why they didn't try that again, but that would have been a better choice. Callis talks for him. Is Don Callis's family becoming like late day NWO where they have so many members and they just don't fucking matter? They don't. As right now, OC and Kyle are locked arms. What did the chat say here? It's only 60% for Fletcher. I'm going Fletcher 150%. What's up, Abram? Let's go. Reach for the sky. I like you, Ronan. Can't believe I'm this late. Been helping my mom. Brain cancer just made her like a 5-year-old, sadly. Guardian, T's and P's. I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, no, I'm glad you made it. So hope mom's is doing well and you're doing well. And welcome back. Yeah, get Jim Ross. Let's go. Good old JR. Where's Nikki Cross? She's in the Wyatt 6. And kind of hope they would do something. I got to keep looking for fucking Jose here. Y'all think Mark Briscoe's wife gives him CPR through his... Oh, there's jokes there. There's jokes there. But I bet he can slurp a fucking spaghetti noodle right through it. The size of a baseball bat. Shout out to him. I mean, in a country where a lot of people are missing a couple front ones because of hockey, I mean, it's hard to kind of hate the guy for it. But whatever he's doing is working as Fletcher knocks OC to the floor. Excalibur needs to get sharpened up. He just needs to go away. Tonight is AEW, as you can see on the screen. And right now, we got pitcher Kyle Fletcher and Orange Cassidy. I'll take this moment to remind everybody we are back tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. We do Wing of the Ring. If you haven't seen Wing of the Ring before, when we get off the air tonight, you can go check out Wing of the Ring. That's where we get trivia questions. If you get it wrong, you got to eat a hot wing. The wings get hotter. We burn our mouths. In some cases, we burn our teeth. You heard me. But we're going to change it up. It's Halloween. We only have one Thursday that we can pull this off. So this Halloween special that we're going to do for Wing of the Ring. It's technically Wing of the Ring, but it's our Wrestling Challenge Spooky Edition. And we have a special guest host coming in to help us out with British Nick. We got Big Nick, 2 Nicks, 1 KJ. Trouble's about to happen. But we're going to go the route of Bean Boozled, and it will be interesting. You get a question wrong, you got to eat a jelly bean. It could be bad. It could be putrid. Either way, we're going to find out, and you get to laugh at us the whole time. Show up. You can help us with the answers. You can help us with the questions. Be here for this tomorrow, 7 p.m., It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be funny. And it's spooky dooky trivia. So wrestling spookiest. So essentially Wyatt, Kane, Undertaker, and that's about it. I'm just kidding. But be here 7 p.m. tomorrow. Click that little bell so you don't miss anything. Because on the programming notes, we got early morning shows coming up next week. So we are having some wake and bake with the boys, and it's going to be a good time, folks. Don't miss a minute, but I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be insane. I don't know what to do. I don't know. It might be the longest episode of Wing of the Ring ever. Chris Statlander is my favorite female wrestler, KJ. Josh, that is okay. I'm a big fan of Statlander. I think she's got a bright future. OC for the win. I'm shocked that it was so split. I think it's a slam dunk, considering that OC is not even supposed to be here. Kid Revos, thank you again, sir. Greatly appreciate you. The Callis family equals toy chest of toys. I have no idea how to play with. As big as the Callis family is, why haven't they begun an NWO like takeover? Yeah, if you want to make it the Callis family cool, do what Moxley tried to do, but do it well. You got Lance Archer, you got Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Okada, Hitchitero. You got all these names. You just added Andrade. What more do you need? And you got guys like Josh Alexander who eat L's. They eat L's constantly. I don't get it. Do kids even watch AEW? I don't know. I know some might. I think some kids out there watch it with their parents or whatever. Again, I don't know. I know I don't really want my 10-year-old watching syringes being stuck in someone's face. And I get it. It's this weird thing. Like, on one standpoint, AEW is more family friendly. They are, right? Overall, as Johnny pointed out. But at the same time, like I said, we do childish stuff in AEW. We have grown men who have children acting like teenagers. Like, the BTE thing kill it. It's dead. You guys aren't 24 anymore. It's not cool anymore. Right? Like, again, if you're still trying to be in with the Hot Topic crowd, I think that ship is past, man. We all get old. We all age. We all change. Let's be real. It's just like Monday Night Wars. Those who leave main company and go to the rival company. It's crazy. I did not have Andrade going back to AEW in the cards. I did not. Did anybody? Like I said, when he first took the mask off, I saw like the blonde highlights and I was like, oh, fuck, Jericho. That was more likely to me. I got it wrong. I guess WWE didn't want Vega just to be a valet. No, that's true, but she ain't doing much. Who did I miss? I'm trying to keep up, folks. If I don't click on your message, just repeat yourself or use the super chats, super stickers. I will do my best. Some guys just can't get over it. It is what it is. I don't know who or what you're referring to. Maybe context on that one. Fletcher for the win. John C. No, come on. Don't be silly, Alan. Hologram suffered a short circuit. I don't wish ill on anybody. I know there's a really good wrestler under that mask. It would be really cool if you did like an angle, but the effort you were going to put into hologram and clonogram, put into guys like Kyle Fletcher, put into guys like Hobbs, put into the Callis family. If you're going to build a story for Hall of fucking Graham, build a story for your good talent. You got to know the difference. As Cassidy up and over to the apron. This has been a good match, by the way. Fletcher winning, annoying Ozzy for the win. 1 month since. Yeah, see, I thought it was a month. Thank you, Dale. Fletcher for the win. My man Orange is here. Yes, he is. Could be how, but there's a good run program with Carmelo and a pay-per-view that had people thinking they may have had more for him down the line. I hope they did, but I'm really surprised. And again, to me, Andrade is a good upper mid-card guy, a guy that carries a mid-card title, is a lot of fun to watch. Every once in a while, maybe he fucks with one of the champions. But that's it. He's a good as I literally have Taz echoing right now. Is anybody experiencing audio issues here? But we did have a 2 count. a really high landing on that. OC for the win. Flair over Andrade every day. Yeah, there's a legacy there. Feels weird to put a title match second on the show. I thought, looking at the card tonight, that this would be the main event. As we get the Stun Dog Millionaire. Oh, Cassidy back. And apparently Kyle Fletcher perfectly fine after being stunned. Goes for another stunner. Blocked. Nice Snapdragon. Yeah. I think the mixed tag match is the main event. Really? Really? You're going to put Wheeler Yuta in your fucking main event? This is the problem. That's the part of the problem. What are we doing? What are we doing? You could have put the trios match. You could have put the Kenny match. You could have done a bunch of things. Wheeler Yuta should not be in the main event of anything. As another kick out. It's a great match. That's what I'm trying to think. Do I? Sexy Red? Definitely not. Failed? You have to throw some color names at me and see what I said. That sounds wrong, MDB. You're going to get me canceled. Jeez. Prime example. They've pushed Vega and put the U.S. title on her, but barely anyone cared. Crickets when she came to the ring. Okay. I would agree with that. So maybe you're referring to something else, but the idea, that's partly why I would have put her back with Andrade, because, oh, well, she wants to be a wrestler, but nobody gives a fuck. And they did. They've given her the title more than once, at least twice. And she does not get over with the people. I'm sorry. I'm sure she's great to some people out there. And I know some people get excited because she does the cosplay, but it's just not great. Sets him up. Jumping tombstone. And there's AEW doing AEW things. Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green should be world champion. I'm standing on that business all day, every day. Chelsea Green should be world champion. I like this match, guys. But if you're going to do a jumping tombstone, the match has to end. There is a lack of selling, going back to my buddy Boston. They're not selling the fuck out of anything. Nothing looks bad, right? Orange Cassidy hits the Stun Dog Millionaire, and Kyle Fletcher up doing a move 10 seconds later. Nothing. It's a series of moves. 2 count on the roll-up, though. And I like the match. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't love it. We just saw an opening match with about 15 super kicks. Here comes a series of super kicks. It's a lot of the same. I think the mixed tag is the main event, which I think is fucking stupid. Another 2 count. Takeshita needs to leave the Don Callis family and go against Okada and take that title. We've been begging for it. But Okada almost seems untouchable as both men. Fletcher going for the suplex off the second rope. Cassidy fights out. This crowd seems so quiet tonight. So Callis is on the apron. And here comes Hologram. It's not going to be Hologram. No. Whoever that is about to kick Orange Cassidy in the head. So not Hologram fucks over Orange Cassidy. And Kyle with the buckle. I don't know what you call that. Buckle buster. So in the opening segment, we had a man come out and take a mask off and reveal it was Andrade. In the second match tonight, a man comes out in a mask and is going to reveal it's fucking Rocky Romero. It's not Hologram. We know, Excalibur, you idiot. Stop testing my intelligence. Solid match. Solid match, typical AEW, about 7 moves too many. And again, second match in a row tonight. There's a fight after the match. Who's putting the show together? What are we doing? Does anybody know what we're doing? Here's another run out. As here comes the conglomeration or Paragon or a mix of both. I don't fucking know. Again, everybody, the booking and the groups are as sloppy as the actual matches. It lacks organization. It lacks direction. It lacks focus. As Fletcher, Don Callis just walks off. I wouldn't be surprised if the viewership drops after this match. Usually a title match. As Don goes and gets the whole family. And they don't even show the reveal. And then it's Ucchero, that's why. No, it's not. He's right there. Shut the fuck up. So, Aries, that is the clone. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, Don Callis in 2 segments. Yeah, as everything's glitching out. That is clonogram, folks. What the fuck are we doing? As everything continues to glitch, evil hologram, it's fucking stupid. You would have been better off bringing him in with Andrade as Aries. Trash. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. You have to be simple to think that was well done. And back-to-back segments, we repeat ourselves. How do we not plan this show out better? And how do fans continually express, oh, this is all amazing? It was fucking silent in the building because nobody got it. If you were going to do that spot, when fake hologram smacks Orange Cassidy's foot, everything would glitch. Or have him come out in black and red. Again, now we're going to earlier tonight to show a replay of what we just saw. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Hollow spam. Yeah, hollow spasm. Who? Evil version. Yeah, but nobody got it. None of the people in the building got it. Nobody got it. They have to have. So we open the show, folks. No package to celebrate 6 years. 1 hour into the show, we open with a shitty, childish, bullshit Buck segment. We follow that up with a match. Some people are going to say it was a great match. I'm going to say it was a good match, and it needs a little refining, editing, if you will. After that match, lights out, Andrade shows up. Out comes Callis. Now Andrade's with the Callis family, and they're still fucking with Kenny. The next match, we do the TNT title, what should be the main event. We have a decent match, a pretty good match, and things get worse because here's Monet. Why does anyone think she's good looking? Anyway, back to the point. We have another match. It's a good match. A little bit long, and again, Tony needs to find a way to edit certain things down. You shouldn't be kicking out of jump tombstones. You shouldn't. Then you have a guy come out dressed as hologram. It's weird. We don't know why. He fucks Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy gets dropped on his head. Don Callis is back. Well, he was already out there for Fletcher. Don Callis goes in the back, gets his whole crew to reveal that clonogram has joined the Callis family. The fuck are we doing? What, is fucking Don Callis the garbage man? Just every useless fucking talent in wrestling that can't get booked or can't get a win join the Callis family? The fuck are we doing? Excalibur is fucking horrible. I don't get these shows. And I don't get the people that can't tell me that it can't explain to me why it works for them. Oh, it's just great. No explanation. Just accept that it's great. I got a wrestler like Josh Alexander out there taking L's, but I got a story revolving around Clonogram. You would have been better off making the man who is Clonogram just himself, especially with Hologram out. Hologram might not be back till 2026. Yet Clonogram's going to be in the Callis family until then. As I got Harley and life just got better. Mercedes, she is. Maybe in honor of Canadian Thanksgiving next weekend, folks. That's right, Canadian Thanksgiving next weekend. Mercedes defending next week, title Tuesday. Who cares? And up next, we get if Wheeler Yuta's in the main event again tonight, again, who is making these fucking shows? But here come the Death Riders. So the 6-year anniversary of AEW is going to consist of 1 hour of the Callis family and 1 hour of the Death Riders. Is that enough? The fuck are we doing? Fucking brain damage. Clone now as well. Wow, look at all those jobbers in one faction. Josh Alexander, jobber. Fucking Lance Archer, love him, jobber. Rocky Romero, he's not even a jobber because he barely fucking works. That's so fucked. Pichichero. What are we doing? What are we doing? This group is too big. It's not that they're too big. They're too ineffective and big. You have too many guys that look like they can fuck up the entire roster. So if you want to impress me, send Callis in, guns blazing. Callis, hijack a whole fucking show. Make it matter. I'm starting to think more and more that that's a possibility, Frankie. And again, if you think I'm wrong, I'm all fucking ears. This is what I mean, KJ. I just watched the match for the wrestling. We aren't going to get anything great before or after the bell 9 times out of 10. You got a point. You got a point. I get mad or frustrated with the repetition of it all. I just watched a duplication. You just copy and pasted different people into the mix. And I get it. You're right. If you just go bell to bell, they did pretty good. We can argue that maybe you shouldn't do 7 finishers. That's just me. But overall, it's a good match. So you're right. And then it's everything around the match that's fucking disastrous. It is pop-up book writing. I've been saying it for 2 years. It's a pop-up book. There's no connection. Just, ooh, pretty picture. Ooh, pretty picture. That's all we got. What are we doing? Anybody know why we're doing this?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know either. So Evil Hologram just debuted with Hologram now on the shelf. Yes! Instead of thinking like, fuck it, let's abandon ship. A res, I'm just going to confirm. Just trying to confirm something. Oh, well, I'll come back to that after. Shut up, Excalibur. I wish. Yankees won. They got the dub, eh? All right. Interesting. Good. I want them to go 3 games. The Jays are resting, stretching it out, getting ready. Let's go. But, folks, we are on a commercial break. We are past the hour mark. Do keep in mind. Oh, fuck. I just remembered. This show is going 2.5 hours. So we got an hour and a half left. I need to re-up somehow. This is going to go. And right now, interesting. I'm all ears on how you guys feel about this. I'm all ears about what you're liking about this, what you don't like about this. Again, I stand on business. I have a question. If WWE working with TNA, that means the WWE wrestlers who got released is somewhat still wrestling for WWE. Kind of sort of backdoor trick, Craig. And I think there is some ongoing, I think at times there might be conversations like that. Listen, Jordan's coming over to Dub. Joe Hendry's going to transition in. But listen, we're going to let go of Jakara. She'll do good for you. We're going to let go of this person. They'll help you out. I think that works. Again, they don't want to pay your paycheck. So you go to TNA, you get a paycheck, and you still have an opportunity to work your way back into the big company. But we come out of commercial break. Danny, Moxley, Claudio, all here. Finally. I'm looking for Jose. Brian Daniels, good on commentary. If I was Tony Khan, Brian Daniels would be the GM of AEW Dynamite or the GM of AEW. He is a voice. He is a face. He is a better representation of management than Tony. Danielson, for me, would be the GM of the shows. He can control it. You believe him. If he really had to, he could punch somebody in the face. But Brian might be good on commentary. The four-man table sucks. Tony Schiavone is just a cheerleader. Excalibur's horrible at his job. And the other two I like. But here come the Ops. Here come Hangman. I will put a poll up real quick. Who are y'all taking? Again, this night has been all Callis and all Death Riders. All right. Hangman Page coming out, taking on the Death Riders here tonight. And I don't get it. Is Shibata out? Is Shibata injured and out? I don't want to misspeak. I think he might not be around. I don't know. But your trios champions are always working with 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And I don't understand why. Why do you make a trios team that don't hang out? Like, they don't work together. Even at the pay-per-view, they didn't work together. What in the Sam Sausage Head is this booking? Is there a wheel they spin in Gorilla with the most absurd storylines? I don't get it. I don't. And this is the struggle I have with fans out there. I consistently get accused of hating AEW. KJ, you hate them. All you do is say negative. I criticize them, yes. I notice the flaws, yes. And as a fan, as an adult fan, here's the list of things I'm struggling with, i.e. the booking tonight. But the dilemma is when I'm told that I hate the company, nobody comes back with, here are the reasons why this is happening. Everyone's just like, it's good, shut up. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't fly. But thank you for the comment, Lady B, Guardian. Holy shit, there's Waldo. Oh, wait, that's just Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta, who apparently will end up in the main event here tonight. Joe kicking this one off. I will check on the poll. How's Twitch doing? Yeah, don't forget we have Twitch, folks. Get over there. So crazy. Is it wrong to say AEW makes Hangman wrestle too much? Yes. No, it's not wrong. You are 100% accurate. You do not. Where are the burns on Jon Moxley? Where's the damage? When I know Boston and I talked a little bit about selling. If you set Jon Moxley on fire on the weekend, you can't have him wrestle on Wednesday and then come back the next Wednesday. What are we doing? Adam Hangman Page goes through an epic 40-minute battle with Kyle Fletcher and barely holds on to his title. Fights Lee Moriarty on Wednesday. What the fuck? You don't need recovery time? You don't need any type of, that really hurt. You know what's really good? If you bring your champion out and he does some talking. Sell us on him. But no, We just fucking run him back and run him back. And why is Hangman in this spot? Is it Hangman? What is the big storyline for your world champion right now? It's not Moxley. Moxley's got a match. Who is the big challenger for Adam Hangman Page's title? I'll wait. Let me know, folks. This company's killing it. Best year ever, 2025. Okay. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Who is going after Hangman? Who is Hangman going to defend his title against next? We don't know, and we can't set it up. Why can't we set it up? He's too busy in nothing matches. Thank you so much, Mega. And this isn't a new thing. This isn't a WWE thing. This is make your wrestling real thing. If this is where the real wrestle, if this is where real professional wrestling exists, Ric Flair didn't go 60 with Dusty and then show up on a Tuesday and fight someone else unless it was part of the story. Oh, the champ had a hard match and he barely has anything left and he's got to defend the belt again. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Let me know. Let me know. AEW has a problem right now with their heels jam-packed into two different groups. Yep. And they don't have a whole lot of good baby faces. Osprey's on the shelf. Swerve's on the shelf. Hangman's doing his best. Mark Briscoe's great, but you never put him in anything important. Even though he beats MJF, that doesn't mean anything. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Mega. Appreciate you. I miss when Joe was a singles wrestler. Me too, but I think we can understand why maybe Joe doesn't do singles wrestling as much as he used to. But Hobbs is drilling Claudio. How long is Shibata out for? That's another good question. Misfit, welcome back. Sooner or later, we'll get Don Callis Hollywood and Don Callis Wolfpack. Facts. Right? We'll get the Don Callis black and white versus Don Callis black and red. As Danny punches Hobbs in the back, Hobbs feels like he got bit by a mosquito. And the crowd chants, "You fucked up," which I think they mean Tony Khan when they chant that. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, bud. And yes, I completely agree. What the fuck are we doing? Unless Don Callis is going to take over all of AEW, him managing 15 fucking losers means nothing to nobody. As we get a tope from Moxley, caught by Hobbs and dropped on the apron. Whoo! KJ Polo! What's up? What's up? This random, but you have been eating some good-ish lately. I've been cooking some good-ish lately. That's why. And that's only half of it. There's more to come. But, yeah, that's all straight from my kitchen. I can't help but cook. It's like one of my favorite things in the world is just go in the kitchen to make things happen. So thank you for following. Go follow me on Instagram. I don't do much. I just kind of post food. But I've been having fun with it lately. Master Chef Canada, here I come. This match is boring. Everything the Death Riders do is fucking boring. There is a segment with a flamethrower last week, and it was fucking boring. But thank you so much, Polo. Good to see you, buddy. Let's set up Andrade versus Hangman. Get him right in the gate. That would have been something different. It would have given Hangman something. Right? Andrade pops back up after this match and fucks up Hangman. And now it's going to be Andrade against Hangman on Title Tuesday. I'm in. You got me. Now Andrade's back. It feels like a big deal. The minute Andrade shook Callis' hand, I stopped caring. Tell me if I'm wrong. And again, there's no other wrestling company right now. Not WWE. This isn't about AEW versus WWE. There is no other company right now that books this way. Not TNA, not in WWE, not HOG, not fucking MLW. Nobody writes this bad. Go watch MLW and watch the stories and the arcs they've created with things like Contra and Riddle and Baron Corbin and Dijak. Go look at what they're doing. And again, I'm not the biggest advocate of MLW. I'm not going to pretend to be. But Tony Khan's booking is worse than NWA, than fucking the list of companies that book better than Tony Khan is insane to me. That realistically, if we were going to have a Booker of the Year in wrestling in 2025, Tony Khan wouldn't even be nominated if we did it properly. We got to nominate him because he's the second biggest company. But let's be real. He's getting outbooked by everybody. Everybody's outbooking Tony Khan. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'll listen. I don't think I am, though. MJF still got his contract. Yeah, but MJF's going away. Edge is going away. Everyone's taking sabbaticals. Shout out to Edge. Apparently going to be in the Beekeeper too. My God, these Jason Statham movies are just getting fucking worse. How many jobs has this guy had? The fucking mechanic, the beekeeper, the fucking house servant. I don't fucking know. Every time we turn on the TV, Jason Statham's in another movie where he has a job, but he likes to kick ass. But shout out to Edge. I'm happy for Edge. Got me all worked up here, people. Gate to Agony versus the Swirl. What? Who is the Swirl? Death Rider tags can get very boring. They're fucking shit. And again, you know what? I will say the replay they're showing right now, guys, split screen. They distract the ref. The ref gets distracted. The heel slides in, hits a power bomb. That is good wrestling. They actually use the ref with a purpose. You need countouts. You need distracted referees. You need to play the psychology. You fucked up. You fucked up. SmackDown Live Friday night. Yes, as it always is. We'll be here live on Friday. We will tell everybody on October 10th. On October 10th, we will be here live Friday, 7:30 a.m., I believe, for SmackDown. Saturday, we will be here live 7 a.m. for Crown Jewel. Sunday night, we will be here live for Bound for Glory. And then Monday morning at 8 a.m., 7:30 a.m., we will be here live for WWE Raw in Australia. So we're going to be the first and last face you see some nights and some days. But coming up, it's a crazy schedule. I don't know if it's helping do any favors for the WWE, but yes, we will be live. AEW is going to WOW. WOW is more of an organized show than AEW. If I was Tony Khan, I would adapt the WOW method. You know what WOW does every show? You get a backstage promo. So-and-so, I'm going to kick your ass. Match. Match happens. We get another backstage promo. I'm going to kick this person's ass. Match. Next backstage promo. Match. Show over. That's what Tony needs to do. If Tony doesn't give a fuck about the angles or the storylines, just give us 30-second backstages about how the people in the match coming up are going to fuck each other up and then go from there. But right now, you can't tell me that watching the first hour of this show that the rinse and repeat, the exact same segment happened with different people back to back. The fuck are we doing? What are we doing? But yeah, I like him. I mean, to me, Jason Statham, and Liam Nielsen are having like a run of like how many repeat movies can we make? What's the latest one? Fucking Liam's fucking an ice road trucker and he saves the day. It's fucking hilarious. He was a hitman in Crank. That's true. I like Crank a lot. The movie. Surprised Tony hasn't booked himself to win the world title yet. Jesus Christ. As we just botched And the match has come to a standstill. Why is this happening like this? And the 30 people in the arena murmured as Mox and Page. Are we not done with Mox and Page? For the fans out there that complain, oh, the Usos again. Oh, Roman Reigns again. Are you not sick of Adam Page and Jon Moxley? Has this not died? John's in a feud with Darby. I will not be here live for Crown Fool or SmackDown. Fuck that noise. Well, we will be, so we'll miss you. Sorry. We're going to be sleepy. We're going to be grumpy. We might even fight. You guys might want to tune in for this. But the Wake and Bake is going to be fucking of immense importance. Who is the most boring person amongst the Death Riders? Is it Wheeler or Claudio? It's Danny Garcia. Now, Wheeler's just a stooge. Claudio, you could do something with Claudio. Claudio gives you good wrestling matches. Not the best talker. He needs a heater a bit. Put Claudio in the Callis family. Fuck. Everyone else is there. And Moxley's boring as shit to me because I don't believe him. It's all fake. It's all fucking terrible. And this match has deteriorated into shit. Big spine buster. This match has fallen the fuck apart. Dear Dave Meltzer, fuck you. Dear Tony Schiavone, go fuck yourself. I'll miss Monday. It's all right. That's why we got replays, folks. Why we got replays. Halloween night, SmackDown, October 31st. We will be here live, folks. So come trick or treat this way. It's going to be a fun one. As down goes Hangman. Oh, we got a 2. Even the ref was hesitant. Oh, goes for the neutralizer. Flips over. Nice spot into the bridge. And up to the dead eye. AEW glow light. Yeah, man. I mean, again, I take in way more wrestling than I should. And I made Girly sit down and watch some WoW. But it's a very streamlined show. As Hangman pins Claudio. So the Death Riders suck. Don Callis family sucks. The fuck are we doing? So Moxie's group loses to, we're trying to build up Darby's rivalry. But you don't need it. The fuck are we doing? But yeah, I mean, WoW's funny because it's so streamlined. It's literally promo match, good night. Oh. As Samoa Joe just gave a dirty look to Hangman. Was there an issue? Did he drop his belt? Joe versus Hangman out of nowhere? Well, then why the fuck are the Ops the Trios champion? I'll tell you what. As Joe's pissed off, I asked, so 3 matches tonight, every single match had bullshit after the match. Not saying that's bad or good. It's just an observation. You tell me what you think. Now, Joe and Hangman. So I asked you, who is Hangman's next opponent? Who was going to answer the call of the champion? Apparently it's Joe. Now we got security. Ladies and gentlemen, let me break something down for you. The first match ends and there's chaos and a man gets beat up and another man reveals himself. The second match, the match ends. The guy's beat up another guy and no security. Joe and Adam getting a pushing match, and 19 people come running from the back. Make it make sense, Tony. Make it make sense. If you're going to send out security for this, then they should be out for the first 2 segments. I think Joe just said, I'll fuck your ass. I don't know if that's what he meant. He's cursing. He's pissed. But if you guys, if Tony Khan is going to do the women's tag titles, I'm good with it. Give the women tag titles. Bury the trios belts. They mean nothing. They are nothing. Get rid of them. There is no trios division. There is no trios team that matters. Not even the champions matter. Let me know. Do you agree? What is the AEW trios division? And if Shibata is out, how long is Shibata out? And do we need to consider what we do with the trios division? The trios division means nothing. Get rid of the trios division and focus on your tag teams, which you don't do. I'm not wrong. What's WOW? Women of wrestling. Thank you. Women of wrestling. The men are on it. The boys are, we got this. We got this. We know what WOW is. We know what WOW is. We got it. Down, boys. Down, boys. You won't miss me. Don't lie. We'll miss you. We'll always miss you. We miss you till you come back. Then we realize we didn't miss you that much. Straight thumb hate. Sam is real. Oh. Listen, it is what it is. It's just too many movies that are just like the other movie they made. So FTR, as Dax pointed out today on Twitter, Dax is awesome because we don't have to tell FTR how good they are. Dax tells them how much they rock all the time. Dax is such an insecure human being that he constantly has to tell you how amazing they've done. But the greatest tag team in the world, established for 6 years, is got a pre-tape package for Collision again, because that's where they hang out. We rarely see them on Dynamite. We don't see them on Dynamite very much. But they will be taking on Jet Ski on Saturday, folks. Again, you don't have to praise FTR because Dax is completely filleting himself as much as possible. And if anybody criticizes him, well, then he's quick to fucking throw a temper tantrum. So shout out Dax. One of the most insecure professional wrestlers in the history of wrestling. X is back in AEW. Then next month, he's back in WWE. Craig, you might have to elaborate. John Moxley is overrated. John Moxley is the worst wrestler in the world. Period. Overrated would be an understatement. John Moxley is not good at his job. And people can't tell me how I'm wrong. Nobody contradicts me. They just say you don't get it. What don't I get? The guy sells nothing. To me, it's disrespectful to his opponents. It's disrespectful to his boss. It's disrespectful to the fans. He sells nothing. His storylines are shit. His matches are boring. John Moxley did not have not one good title defense. John Moxley versus Darby at All Out was fucking trash. And still got Meltzer's stars up the ass. This is the dilemma. The John Moxley Darby match was so fucking bad. And if you're gonna set him on fire, what the fuck is that? If you're gonna set Moxley on fire, put some fucking bandages on him. He was fine. Didn't even sell being set on fire. Make it make sense. This match is a thumb down. Yeah, the last 25 minutes of this show has been boring as fuck. Last time they went to Perth, 5 a.m. Listen, Nick and I have been here at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. We've been here till fucking 2 a.m, starting at 7. It's what we do. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there, folks. And if you're watching right now and you haven't hit like, please do so. We appreciate it. Hit subscribe. Join the family. Join the fun. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there, and we want to feel like it's just the friends hanging out watching wrestling. We talk about it. We debate about it. We don't always agree on it, but we have a good time. The wrestling might suck. We never do. So be a friend. Tell a friend. Join us for all the fun. But we are here. We're here. When other streamers are off on a fucking trip or going to the shows or sleeping in, we are here. We're always here. And sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Nick, sometimes it's both of us, sometimes there's Anthony, sometimes there's British Nick, but we're always fucking here, folks. More than anybody else doing it, We outlast and outwork everybody. So now Hangman is cutting a promo on Joe to Renee in the back. So it looks like Wrestle Dreams, Samoa Joe, Hangman Page. The fans love Joe, so are they going to start booing Joe? No heels. Don Callis has 45 fucking heels. And we go get babyface Joe to turn heel. The fuck are we doing? Fuck. What are we doing? I don't get it. I really don't get it. What are we doing? That's actually Nick. Are they setting up? Yeah, it feels like it. You have all these heels running around, and you're going to turn Joe because they bumped into each other. Took too long to end, of course. Buckshot, yeah, past that. Cesaro pop-up uppercut is good. Yeah, I don't mind it. I defend Claudio because I think Claudio gives you good matches. Like if Claudio, it's going to sound hilarious, and I get it, folks. But if Claudio was in a place where you were booking him in matches as this is cool. Here comes Timeless Tony Storm without the title. But Cesaro, I mean, there's upside to Cesaro. The downside to Cesaro is not the best of promos. That's so what? We can make that work. When they put him with someone like Sheamus, it worked because Sheamus did the majority of the talking. Claudio had a better match with Hangman than Moxley did. And here comes Ty Mello. So is this a match? Remember Ty Mello came back and then we forgot all about her? So wait, as you can see, Timeless Tony Storm will return to Hollywood. Nobody said she was going to be in a match. All right, folks, I'll put a poll up. This is weird booking. Is Mello not a baby face? All right. So Mrs. Guevara is going to take on Tony Storm. I love Tony Storm's look. All right. Get your votes in. Why are you taking Tony Storm? New game. Take a puff shot whenever. I like it. Let's go. I'll have y'all fucked up before the end of the night. Hangman versus Joe out of nowhere. I'm down with that. I'm down. I mean, Joe's going to give us a good Hangman match. It just blows my mind that you have all these heels. The fans love cheering for Joe. And we're going to turn Joe? You couldn't give him someone else? Nobody in the Callis family? Somebody said it in the chat. That is where you bring Andrade back. And Andrade takes out Hangman. Now you set up Andrade versus Hangman, and it's buzzworthy. Why? Because a month ago he worked elsewhere. And a year ago, he worked here. It's simple. It writes itself. He's back. He's with Callis. They're going after the world title. Now let's beat up Kenny again. We've only been beating him up for 6 years. Let's beat him up again. Nice drop kick by Tony. I'm going to end this poll quick. 83% going Tony. Oh, less than 80 now. Looks like Joe is pissed. Joe knows what Joe is doing. Joe is good at what Joe does. I love Samoa Joe. One of my faves. But why? Like, again, the fans like cheering for him. But I'm fine. What I would do, Joe goes after fucking Hangman. Fine. And then just dissolve the trios belts and let's pretend that they never fucking existed. Let's just chuck them out. Anybody got an issue with that? We do not need the trios belts. AEW is like watching the NBA dunk contest every night instead of actual games. Facts. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like street ball versus the NBA or the pros. As we do go to pitcher and pitcher right now, I agree with that. It's like watching the Harlem Globetrotters 82 games a year. It makes no sense. It's no fun. Okay, they do cool tricks, but by game what? 5, 6, 10, 15? You're sick of the tricks. If you watched the Globetrotters night in and night out and night in and night out, you're like, oh yeah, watch. Now he's going to spin the ball on his head. I did it. That's what this feels like. Okay, now they're going to do the Melcher drive. Oh, now they're going to do that spot where they both run to the corners and jump onto the. We know what's coming. It is so obvious. It's so repetitive. We've seen it time and time and time again. I completely agree with you, Mr. Noob. Again, they got to work on it. And they got to talk to each other. Hey, who's in charge of segment 1? I am. What are you doing? We're going to have a match. After the match, there's going to be a beating. Great. Who's in charge of segment 2? I am. What are you going to do? We're going to have a match. After the match, people are going to come down and give them a beating. Whoa. I don't know. That's 2 in a row. Who's in charge of 3? I am. What are you going to do? We're going to have a match. And then we're going to have a bit of a beating, but not much. We're just going to have a scuffle. But we're going to send security for this one. Huh. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yeah, segment 4 we want to run in. Wait, what? Like, at what point do you go, shit, guys, we might be repeating ourselves. Segment 1, do something else. Segment 3, do something else. We can't do the same thing over and over and over. That's where it does sound like Russo booking. Everybody gets DQ'd, 6 matches, 6 DQs. Who gives a fuck? That's Russo booking. So 3 segments, 3 run-ins, 3 fights, 1 fight gets security. That sounds like Russo booking. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Joe doesn't take disrespect very well. Not at all. But it went from 0 to fucking 60 real quick. Hangman Adam Page, Joe, kind of interesting. I admit, I do like it. You understand my complaint. It's not the matchup. AEW is like WCW all over again. Late years WCW, like the end of WCW. That's why it feels like Vince Russo booking. Fuck it. Buff Bagwell's mom on a pole. Fucking Viagra on a pole. This on a pole. All right, we're going to have a brawl. All right, all the bad guys run out and beat everyone up. Every fucking segment. Just come back out. Beat them up again. That is Vince Russo booking. That doesn't fucking matter. Just have chaos. All people want to do is stand up and yell, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. That's all I got. Facts. I'll give you that. Right? Okay. Man, F the women, giving the women tag team championships, give them TV time. Facts, MDB. Do you remember when Tony took a lot of heat because a fan held up a sign that said book the women better? So for 3 weeks, we got women in the main event, even though you had like a death match on right before it. He doesn't understand. Book them better. Giving them titles does not make them better. Book them better. This is our one women's match of the night, right? We'll get a mixed tag later. Oh, Tony Storm gets taken down by Tay. When the AEW women's title going to happen? Not sure what the question is. Just end trios. Yeah, we don't need it. Trios division with no Grande Americanos. Yes. That's a problem. Oh, I got a super chat. Let me see. I don't want to miss these. Sooner or later, Don Callis is, I got that one. Hollywood and Wolfpack. I can't wait. Thank you again so much, Misfits. I can't wait for the reports in 9 months that Andrade is unhappy, threatens to beat up Kyle Fletcher, and wants to leave. Again, you can only burn so many bridges, and you can only blame your environment so many times. You know what I mean? You can't go to AEW and then blame AEW, then go to WWE and blame WWE, then go back to AEW and blame AEW. At some point, you got to go, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Spaz with the $5 super chat. Thank you again, Misfit. Nothing but love. Go give Misfit some love as well, folks. Speaking of giving love, Spaz. trapped in Brampton, the poor bugger. Wrestling for Life Network uniform. I got a preview that Jake and I did for Showdown, going live at 10:30. Love to see you there. Also, KJA Instagram is wholesome as hell. It's just, thank you. I'm what's the word? I like to keep to myself. Social media makes me nervous, but ironic, right? But thank you for that. Very wholesome, very positive. I try and be positive. It's like food and quotes. Whatever. That's all we got. I think WWE needs to go back to one set of men's tag titles. Oh, Boston. Yes, my guy. One WWE championship, and then your mid-card belts for both men and women. It's clear separate. As Tony pins Mello as expected. Really think anymore. 100%. We need one set of tag titles. Like the women's titles, I think it would be more fun if the tag teams could float. And they don't have enough depth. They don't book it well enough. So let's be honest. Trips and Hickenbottom, Mr. HBK, are not booking it well enough. So are we getting an aftermath to this? Tony's got a mic. The camera goes black and white. But I agree with that. The one world champion thing, I agree with if you prop up your mid-card belts. And not just the men's, the women's. They should main event a lot of your shows. Unless you have a storyline, it literally you could rotate IC title, tag titles, and women's IC title on Mondays. Also, because you have the floating tag titles, you can squeeze them into a SmackDown. You make them work on a Friday as well. Then you have the US title. You prop that up, men's and women's, and you let them be in key spots on your main shows. And you use the one title that you have to build that rivalry. And when the champion comes to the building, it matters. When the champion defends his title, it matters. I don't disagree. I like it. I do like it. And it does lend importance. I want more belts. I want less belts than more belts. That's why I like, all right, we're going to do tag team for the women. Fine. The women don't have tag team belts. You have a lot of women. If it means you might book them better, great. But so Tony is calling out Stat. Tony Storm is the best professional wrestler in AEW. Prove me wrong. Let's go. Let's go. Wholesome as hell. They were chanting Tony Storm. So Tony Storm is challenging. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are we doing? Sammy's the only one that talks about being a pillar anymore. The rest of them fucking run from that like the plague. Tony Hollywood. Because they had a draft to separate the rosters. It was no longer the case. Yeah. Again, we're floating. But less titles is better. Again, everybody running around with participation medals is stupid. Eddie Kingston sits on the shelf for months. Months. You bring him back, put him in an absolute garbage match with Big Bill. And this Saturday, if you want to tune in to real wrestling, Eddie Kingston, Drag Listico, get the fuck out of here. The fact that you're even advertising that's fucking embarrassing. My corner of the ring is lit. Oh, and GOA against the swirl. I get it. The chocolate vanilla swirl. I get it. I thought Anna Jay and Miller were going for the women's tag titles. Your guess is as good as fucking mine. KJ, this is a tag match. What was a tag match? Crowd's popping, Jose. Where? Tony for the win. Tony's kind of moving like the Joker to me. Well, again, she lost her belt, so she becomes a little unhinged, right? A little twisted. You're supposed to have a good time at a live show, Jose. I'm pumped. Again, when you go to a live show, it doesn't really, like, unless it's just like completely bunk, being there live to watch all the fucking chaos should be a good time no matter what. I recently went to a show and it was maybe 150, 200 people there, and it was a blast. Anna Jay should beat Monet. Anybody should beat Monet. The people that are booked the most at AEW tend to be the worst in the company. And I will prove it. Monet not selling tickets. Monet not having good matches. Monet, a fucking horrible promo. Booked all the time. John Moxley, terrible promo. Terrible matches. Can't wrestle for shit. Booked all the time. Right? We just talked about it earlier. Don Callis and his group of losers never leave the screen. The rest of the Death Riders, boring as fuck, always on the screen. Where are the people we want to see booked? Toni Storm might be the exception. Fans love her. Right? But you got guys sitting on the bench. You got guys never getting booked. Eddie Kingston coming back could have been a big fucking deal for AEW. And within days, he's just another dude working Draglistico matches on Collision. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Anybody? Somebody got an answer? What are we doing? But ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break, and it's 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I will remind everybody, this show won't fucking end. Vance is valid. Let me see what Vance said. Tony Hogan. We suck. We suck as a group of fans. Leave Tony alone. I like it, though. If a champion loses their belt, they don't just move on. And WWE has done that a couple times recently. AEW has a bad habit of doing it. It's both companies, though. Both companies are terrible at doing it. I don't know why they do it as much as they do it. But Tony gets the win against Tay, comes out and says, you name the place, you name the time, we got to run this back without any bullshit. I like it because she's the champ. Now you give Stat a chance to beat her again and solidify that win. I like it. I guess Andrade didn't have to have Tony Khan fearing for his life when he dropped Sammy. Yeah, how happy is Sammy Guevara right now? As now we are with Joe. And Papa Don't Preach Renee. Vanilla, baby. Let's go. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm always behind in the fucking chat. Tell me something I don't know. Now I've caught up. Who formatted tonight's show? Why is GOA jobber tag match in a mixed tag the main event? I don't know. None of this makes sense. Why would you do a 6th anniversary video package between the first and second match? Why wouldn't you open the show with that? So Samoa Joe's going heel, just for the record. The fans are still going to cheer, but they're pushing him heel to take on Hangman Page. He is pissed. Yeah, Sammy Guevara joined Roosh and LFI, or whatever. Los Ingobernables. Los Goobers and Boogers. Los Ingobernables. I really enjoy Tony's outfit tonight and her mannerisms and the in-ring facial expression. She came off as the female Joker. And she's able to tell you, look, oh my God. I love this company. What?
Go.
Wrestle Dream, it's official. AEW. Their graphics guys are super fucking fast. As graphics nut that I am, like, they just got in a shoving match 10 minutes ago, and we have a graphic for Wrestle Dream. That easy. Fuck it. We don't need to build to the fuck it, you can have a match. It's just you shoved me, I shoved you. It's a match. Before Joe even cut the promo, they have the match. Make it make sense. Connect the dots. Make it feel real a little bit. Try a little bit. It's like you're selling your product to the stupid. They won't notice. Our fans don't give a fuck. They treat, I'm telling you this, guys, and don't get offended. I'm not saying that you are. Tony Khan treats AEW fans like they are dumb, like they are morons. That's how he treats you guys. And you praise him the entire time he's doing it. He's the best. We love Tony. He treats you like you're stupid. He treats you like we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want, because you guys are too dumb to realize that it doesn't make sense. You're too dumb to realize that it doesn't add up. And we don't give a fuck. That's what he's doing. He's patting you on your fucking head. Now, if you're following along at home, we have GOA in a nothing match. I'm not putting a poll up for this one. As GOA is going to take on the Swirl. And for those who don't know, because nobody does, the Swirl is Blake Christian and Lee Johnson? Lee Moriarty? What Lee is he? I'm kidding, I know. Yeah, I got a double dog, right? But honestly, like, if you step back and think about it, and for all the people that defend AEW adamantly to the end of their end of the world, ask yourself, if you watched a movie and it had all these plot holes, would you not get annoyed? I like Christian, but come on. He's been buried in Ring of Honor. He's been a lost soul. Blake Christian's a great talent. Ricochet on commentary, by the way. I'm still looking for Jose. Ricochet on commentary. Nah. AEW insults my intelligence every Wednesday. Philip, that's when I started really kind of like backing off a little and really kind of finding some of the issues and really struggling. Is, to me, like I said, if you have a brawl and then you have a brawl and then you have a third brawl, but only security shows up for the third brawl, then what the fuck are we doing in the other brawls? Why are those brawls okay? Why can we damn near kill somebody? Why can I put a plastic bag over someone's head or set somebody on fire with nobody coming out to save the day? But I push a guy's shoulder and the whole fucking locker room empties. The fuck are we doing? It's insulting. And if you're a grown adult wrestling fan, you should be insulted by what they're giving you. And if you're one of the ones out there, they're like, it's the best shit ever every week. It's the best show again. Then maybe you're the problem. Maybe it is because you're simplistic. Maybe it is because you're too dumb to get it. That he's literally shitting on your fucking chest and you're just going with it. Oh, it's good times. Good old steamer. Great. Thank you, Tony. My weekly steamer from Tony. So awesome. This match hasn't happened yet, which I thought it might. Who fucking organized this show tonight? I don't even have a graphic for this one. Who gives a fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, go get your merch. We shirt people here at the Wrestling for Life Network. And as I've been saying for weeks, we are working on revamping the store and maybe having a whole new store altogether, but stay tuned for that. But go get all your merch, hoodies, tank tops, drop tops, crop tops, all the fun stuff, bucket hats, ball caps, mugs. Go check out our merch store. Don't forget, we are the Wrestling Fans United. Go follow all our socials. Go make sure you hit subscribe on the channel. Check out our Twitch, Discord, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, all the fucking shit. We got more shit than I care about, but go check it all out. We are there somewhere. As we got picture in picture right now, and I will take a second to remind everybody out there, if you haven't heard me say this yet, you're going to hear it now. Tomorrow, our typical wing of the ring where we eat hot wings and do trivia. has been revamped for Halloween. So we're doing a trivia challenge, a spooky wrestling edition, and we are going to eat gross gummy beans if we get shit wrong. Did I call them gummy beans? I meant jelly beans, but it's been a long show. But yes, be here for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wrestling trivia, spooky edition. So all the spooky that we can think of. And if you get it wrong, or you don't get it right fast enough, you gotta eat a jelly bean. That could be anything from a dirty Band-Aid to a piece of shit and everything in between. It's going to be fun. And my goal is to see if I can make a British man puke on my channel. So be here for that. 2 Nicks, 1 KJ, and a whole lot of fun. Or boxer and beefs, as I like to call it. Yeah, you heard me. But don't miss it. 7 p.m. tomorrow. We will be live. SmackDown at 7:30 on Friday. We will be live. And we got so much coming your way. The whole month is packed with preview and prediction shows and pay-per-views. We got so much coming your way. Wrestle Dreams coming up. Full Gears in November, a few weeks ahead of that or after that. We have John Cena's final match in early December, mid-December. We got Survivor Series. We got to go to Crown Jewel at 7 a.m. in the morning. We have Halloween Havoc. We have Saturday Night Main Event. We have one before the John Cena one. There's so much wrestling coming your way. Vanilla chocolate fixing to get beat down. Yeah, you know what? Let's flip and go positive on this one. To be positive, putting GOA in a match with a kind of a jobber team is a great idea. Now, the goal of the booker is get GOA in the ring, get them to beat the fuck out of these guys and get the fuck out. Don't make it competitive. Don't make it last. You went through a commercial break. You're already fucking up. But you get this match over quick. And you make GOA look like fucking badasses. But you won't do that. You won't. Gaze of Agony. Gates of Agony, typo. GOA. The crowd is really quiet. The crowd feels quiet. Now, Jose, I know he's probably busy right now. The crowd feels quiet. The optics from the hard cam, like there's a lot of empty space on the screen. Some of it's the dividing wall. It's been, I don't know if the crowd's just not mic'd well or it's a small crowd. The crowd has not been very prevalent tonight in this show. Big fan of Shorty Lee Johnson. And there it goes. Lee flying. Have MVP whoop him again. Let's go. This show makes no sense. Benny, welcome. No, not at all. That's what we keep saying. And again, I get accused consistently of hating this company. I don't hate this company. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe that's the problem. No, I don't think so. But that becomes the issue. None of this makes sense. Like even the idea, you have an anniversary show and you just open it with a buck segment, like another show. Right out of the gate, you started on the wrong foot. I don't think I'm wrong. Dynamite is just a rich kid's book report being written at midnight. Feels like that, right? Feels like that. Right? It feels like, I mean, dude, we're fucking small potatoes. But if I'm having a day where I'm scrambling and I'm rushing, you'll tune in and there'll be 2 M's on fucking tomorrow, or a logo will be missing, or I gotta change something on the fly. That's doing a little bit. If you're scrambling last minute to put on a national televised program, you're gonna get this. As again, another match with an aftermath. All night fucking long. What are we doing? And another person shows up. So I think it's going to be the Hurt Syndicate again. Are we running this back?
Ah!
What are we doing? All night long. Have a match, then have an aftermath. You know what would be amazing? GOA gets a win, and Ricochet and GOA celebrate and leave not having their fucking manhood chopped off for once. Just let them take the dub. We hurt people. The crowd woke up for this. Spicy gummy bears. Nah, I don't like black licorice. That's a problem. But they exist. Oh. All right. That apparently is the end of my coffee. Is MVP out here like ludicrous calling out the area codes. 504s and 702s. God swerves. Gummy bean. It's been a long show, boss, and that got me way better than it should have. This match is already too competitive. And then the MVP comes out and they make Ricochet and his friends look like pussies again. And yeah, yawn, right? Like we're just fucking struggling here. Just a struggling unit. Called them backup dancers. See, this is where you could have given GOA the win and just let them feel cool. Maybe they like throw a few extra shots and chuck the shitty jobber team out and they just look like badasses for 1 week. It was aggressive. That was quick. No, it was too long. Andrade is back. Yeah, because I'm ready. Now, I need everyone to go check on some fucking X accounts. For all the people that shat all over Andrade, are they going to stay the course? Are they going to stand on business? He still sucks? Or did the WWE drop the ball and we're happy to have him back? We got receipts, folks. I hate to say this doesn't give an anniversary show. It feels there's not a whole lot of acknowledgement of 6 years. Maybe Tony Khan had a little like he loves being on the mic. Give him a little 2-minute pre-tape of thank you for everybody. Maybe you do something commemorative of the wrestlers talking about it a little bit. Nothing. It does not feel special. 2 trios matches, 4 fucking aftermaths. It's been a rough night, guys. And this is the people. Oh, this show's just great every week. Then let me know. What am I missing? I show up every week and I'm missing something. And we go back to Renee with stats. I cannot believe on the anniversary show, Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir are going to team up against Stat and Darby in the main fucking event of the show. And the sickos don't get why tickets aren't what they were. Sickos don't get why less people care about AEW. The sickos don't realize that their own little gang of psychotic, desperate underbelly of wrestling fan is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And they don't get why. They went 2.5 hours tonight for a special anniversary edition of Dynamite. And your main event is Wheeler Yuta, Marina Shafir versus Statlander and Darby. And I ask you, why the fuck would anybody want to stay up till 10:30 to watch that shit? And they're literally giving it about 20 plus minutes. Now, there's going to be an angle and an aftermath because there is in every single fucking match because it's lazy, it's simplistic, and it's all you got at this point. Just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. People talk about the WWE being repetitive. You tell me this shit is not repetitive in the same show. I gave WWE shit this week because we got a fucking Vision main event and we already know they're going to main event on Friday. I get that that's too repetitive. They're the main event the week before that too. But if we're going to hold them accountable for being repetitive, then we got to talk about this, where every segment feels the same. A match I don't give a shit about that does a bunch of fun chaos, crazy shit. And then the match ends a flat finish 9 times out of 10, and then an aftermath. Every fucking segment. This company is turning 6 years old. And if we turn 7 years old as a collective and we're still doing this shit, there's a fucking problem. Shit is stale. Okada's a boring champion. Callis is a boring manager. Moxie's a boring heel. Adam Page, I like him, but you got to get him in something. And maybe Samoa Joe's the answer. Oh, so it just became official. Okada versus Tanahashi, or Takeshita, not Tanahashi. Takeshita. Did he say they're fighting or teaming up? All right, folks. Been a lot of fucking raging tonight. Stout looks like a goddess, respectfully. Absolutely. Beautiful young woman. Okada and Takeshita in a tag match. Okay. I'm okay with this, just because you put them in the tag match to keep the issue, right? Then they kick each other by accident. So I'm going to give them some okay on this. Darby going to bring another coffin out or a body bag. It doesn't mean anything to me, Anthony. It's like this, and this might only apply to some of the older fans out there. Do you remember when Howard Stern first got popular and first got famous? And it was, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe he's saying this stuff. Or like Jackass, right? When Jackass first came out. Holy fuck, these guys are crazy. Look at the stunts. They're gross, and they're doing this, and they're doing that, and this is crazy. But by the time they get to Jackass 4 or 4.5, you're like, seen it. Yeah, he's just going to punch him in the dick. That's all that's going to happen. That's what we get into. That's what it becomes. That's what this has become for me. Like, oh, Darby's got a body bag. Oh, Darby set something on fire. It was cool 4 years ago. Oh, the Bucks are being cute and creative. It was cool 4 years ago. Moxley's crazy and unhinged. It was cool 4 years ago. What are we doing now? Darby Allin, Chris Statlander for the win. And folks, I'm still here. I'm just going to blank out for a second. But keep talking. Keep that chat going. Keep saying things. Thank you. My timer on Max says there's 37 minutes left. Fuck. Why? That comment literally makes me want to bug you. What are we doing? Who's writing this shit? I agree. I'm struggling. I'm going to get the spins. All right, folks. Brodito versus Okada and Takeshita next Tuesday. But why? Why? What have we done? I don't know. The Callis family is involved in every division, yet not effective in almost any division. Okada came to the Callis family with the belt. Yes, Kyle Fletcher won a belt. Okada, does Takeshita still have a belt? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. To be honest, out of everything that has happened on this show, I'm probably most interested in the mixed tag match, and nothing else happened. As here comes Darby. I can't believe that you're going to give this 20 plus minutes on your anniversary show. And I'm sorry, and you might be rants. I know that you're interested. This to me is an earlier in the night match. We've already seen the Death Riders. We've already seen this. I just don't know what we're doing. And to me, by the day in 2025, this is just becoming so stale. And like I said, it's like Jackass. Once upon a time, it blew our mind that a guy was willing to do this kind of crazy shit. But all these years later, we're like, fuck it. That's not. We see that every day on Instagram. What the fuck are you talking about? Was that 4 segments of Callus tonight? 5, 4, 4, 4, 5? Yeah. Crazy. Wrestle Dream, I Quit match. Darby versus Moxley. And I'm promising everybody, this match is going to fucking suck. I said the coffin match would suck, and I was right. Here comes Statlander. I really like the idea of Takeshita and Okada being a tag team, but Okada is holding the unified belt, so I don't like it right now. I like it because it protects Okada, who's been very underwhelming in AEW. I know people get excited about Okada, but he's not what he used to be. He's mailed it in. He's collecting that Tony paycheck. And again, I don't hate on him for it. I'm just a little jealous that he gets paid by Tony to do nothing. Tony, I'll happily do nothing for you for money. Takeshita being the young guard can kind of carry the load of the team. It makes him exciting. But you got to do something with the Callis family. You got to make it make sense. There's got to be some organization to it. There's got to be a united front. Now, I will say this. Marina Shafir is actually getting in a match. Dylan! Dylon. If I was forced to watch the Bronze versus the Usos in every main event, or Wheeler Yuta and Marina, it's definitely the Bronze or Usos, no question. At the bare minimum, they are entertaining. Oh, we're fighting in the crowd. Oh, here we go. Fuck the rules. Fuck what we're supposed to do. Let's just rock and roll. As holy shit, stat through Yuta into the wall above the tunnel. So I get it. Stat's a tough lady. But Wheeler Yuta just got tossed by that lady like a sack of potatoes. The fuck are we doing? Howard had the shock value and then he got bored. Exactly. Because if you only lean on the shock value, if you only lean on the hot shotting, that's why Russo booking has a shelf life. If you lean on one thing, like shock value, and you have no substance outside of the shock value, you get boring because the shock wears off. Eventually, you're not excited anymore. That's why, fellas, I tell you to mix it up with your ladies because you don't want to get boring. You don't want to be simple. You don't want to be missionary every fucking night. You want to mix it up. You got to keep it going. Same thing for you ladies out there. Keep your man on his toes. Surprise him with shower love. Do all the things. But that's where you can't, if you're going to rely on just shock value, it doesn't last forever. It can't. And that's what Darby has become for me. As we got a fucking paramedic already here. No flamethrower. And start off the second. Where's Jose? Jose, hug Statlander. Aubrey pretending to be a ref. I'm looking for Jose. Anybody see Jose? Darby's got a chair. Yuta takes a shot in the back. The anniversary show and the least important thing on the show is AEW World Champion. That's a problem. Your world champion should not be in nothing matches. And it's even worse when he's in a nothing match in the middle of the show. That's fucked to me. That is like what you're telling me. Oh my God, as Darby does a tope flip through the chair. Yuta moves. So I guess this is just chaos. Yeah. All this says is mixed tag match. Is this no DQ? Is this a street fight? What the fuck did I miss? Wait a minute. I booked this guard. Yeah, you did. What the fuck, Tony? This is your birthday. Mox Darby, I quit. Can someone tell me what, like, is there no rules to this match? Yeah, that's fucking heartbreaking. KJ might be a hot take. But I'll take Mance Warner over Mox 100%. And if Nick was here right now, he'd be doing the, oh yeah, like he'd be right there with you, buddy. We are fans of Mance Warner. We've watched GCW grow. We've watched guys like Mance come up. Love Mance. Mance gets it. Mance sells. Mance understands psychology in a lot of ways. I can give you guys links to Mance matches that look so fucking good. He's such a talent. Moxley is fucking awful. And I will say this every time I get a chance. But fuck John Moxley. And by the way, Tony Schiavone, go fuck yourself. To be honest, out of everything, I got that one. Probably most interested. Again, all I have on the ad in front of me, it says mixed tag match. Mixed tornado tag match. All right. I had to lean in close and adjust my spectacles. Time to watch some crazy Karens and Kevin's YouTube videos. Don Callis, Hollywood, Florida. End the show with the trios match between Kenny and the Young Bucks with the Andrade return, but no Callis. Then you would have been good. Yeah. And honestly, I think it was you, Boston, that said it earlier. If you had ended the show tonight with the Hangman match and Andrade came out and took out Hangman, oh shit, Andrade's back and just took out the world champion. And it's going to be Andrade versus Hangman at Wrestle Dream. But you don't tell us that tonight. You tell us that next week. But tonight, holy shit, you go off the air with Andrade, who's back, holding the world title, and now you just made an impact. But no, you brought him out in the first segment and shook Don Callis' hand, so I don't give a fuck about Andrade. But you're not wrong. Even that way, and the way you explained it as well, that's good. You got to make things feel important. And guys like Josh Alexander, now Andrade, Speedball to an extent, Ace Austin. Do you all remember Ace Austin signed with this company? The Grizzled Young Vets signed with this company. Deonna Purrazzo signed with this company. I can continue. There's a list of people that are meaningless. Eddie Kingston, one of those kind of, and listen, you guys can hate his wrestling all you want. I'm not a fan of his wrestling at times either. But the problem is, when Eddie's in the ring with a veteran that knows how to work, Eddie looks good. When you put him in a situation where the other guy doesn't know how to enhance Eddie, Eddie gets exposed. But that being said, the diehards love Eddie. Eddie had a phenomenal story. Eddie gets hurt, comes back, and does nothing. Has a shit match with Bill. Now he's going to fight Draglistico. He's in a feud with Los Ingobernables. Why? What are we doing? Is it your goal as a booker, Tony Khan, to just make everybody seem shit? Is that the overall plan? I'm going to take somebody really cool and make them seem basic as fuck by the end of time. Something big needs to happen to justify this dull main event. There'll be a look. Moxie's going to come out. Claudio's going to come out. Pac might even show up. I mean, 3 weeks in a row for Pac. Oh, we almost botched. We covered. Leg scissor DDT. Pretty unique. And Marina flips the bird. Family friendly, folks. Here at AEW, Saturday should be AEW Callis Collision, run by the Callis family, like the NWO did with something. They don't stand out. Big suplex to Darby on chairs. Going back to why there's issues with like the opening matches. When you book matches like the Young Bucks match tonight, and I know Boston and I had a bit of a back and forth about the idea of just watching the wrestling, and that's fine. But if you're going to do a tag match at the end of the night, that's a tornado match. Oh, I poke! Suplex into the timekeeper's booth or area, whatever the fuck. If you have a match to open the show or a couple matches early in the show where there looks like there is no rules, everyone's just running around doing these big spots. When you finally get to the main event that has no rules, they look alike. The rules help you establish that this is a special thing. But again, Tony Khan has found a way, as we get a superplex onto chairs. You fucking moron. Tony Khan has found a way to shit on his own ideas. So if you tell the Bucks and their friends, you guys are going to have a match in the opening segment, but you got to follow the rules. You got to follow the rules of wrestling. We want to see tags. Yeah, you can do your spots. You can do tandem offense, but you got to do it within the rules of wrestling. We want to be real wrestling here. We are real pro wrestling. We're going to follow the rule book. So in the main event, when we have a tornado tag and people can just run buck wild, and it looks special, it feels special, it seems special. Not criticism, guys. Just an honest opinion on what could help make a match like this feel more important. Danielson would be better than Rusty Kaplan. As Darby has put Yuta's arm in the ring post. Rare that you can even do that. Just being able to tune into the channel. Can I get a quick breakdown of the night? Welcome. Neck breaker on the apron. That looked painful. Darby instantly kind of. Ooh. That. As Aubrey's got her hand up, I hope Darby's okay. Breakdown of the show. Trios, whatever match to open. A little package kind of celebrating the 6th anniversary, which was in the weird spot. Andrade El Idolo is back. Hangman is going to fight Samoa Joe at Wrestle Dream. Tay Mello lost to Tony, and we're having a tornado match, and here come the thumbtacks. You do this shit so much, guys. So much. It doesn't work. So tonight is probably going to be most interesting. Oh, I see. Fair enough, Rance. Fair enough. The Death Riders need another female wrestler. Marina is not good. No, she's not. And do you ever notice someone like Marina is just as bad as she was 2 years ago? There's no improvement. There is no incentive in AEW to get better at your job. Stat suplex is Yuta. So again, Yuta gets beat up by the female in the fight. Bad look. And she dropped barefoot Marina into the thumbtacks. That has to suck all of the balls. No. Flat back bump. All right. Feet? No. They need to get the unified belts off Okada and put them on someone. Okada is the most boring, generic, bullshit champion in the company. You talk too much. I've been rambling for 2 hours and 38 minutes. I don't think I have taken a breath yet. So don't feel bad. Keep it coming. Keep the chat going. Keep it exciting, folks. Love seeing all the people hanging out with me tonight. Great spot from Stat to Yuta. It's fucking amazing. Coffin drop. And they both pin Yuta because Yuta is the biggest vagina in the arena. You might as well fire Wheeler Yuta. Yeah, it's fucked, Damien. Again, it's like you booked 2 hours and didn't have a plan for it. Got to perform the Bedroom Olympics. Yeah, put on a show once in a while, bro. Let's go. Hangman having a promo tonight that leads to the next feud would have been better. You're 100% right, Boston. Tornado tag. Yeah, thank you. I'm fine. That's how far behind I am. You guys are telling me as Tony's back because she wants stat. We started with PETA Sakua chant for Marina. Is it really? Okay. Darby Hogan, Marina 2025, Nicole Pass, brutal. Darby wins. Okay. So Marina and Tony are staring at each other. Darby's in the background. Oh, we're fighting. Every single match but one tonight had a fight, had a brawl, had bullshit. Again, I think Tony thinks his fans are stupid. And Darby is in the ring beating up Yuta with a belt. And we know this is not going to go well. Yes, go check out Spaz when I'm done. But wait till I'm done. I'm sorry, Spaz. Blame Tony. And Pac is back. I'll be Pac. That definitely sucked. Yeah, it sucked all around. Powder in the face. Holy, tacks on her feet. That definitely sucks. That's the ouch. Thumbtacks. That's not gummy bears. These fake tweets they show on screen are too funny. So bad. What does a traditional owl design have to do with the name Death Riders? What a stupid fucking logo. Wait, are they using an owl? As now Pac and Wheeler are choking out Darby. And Moxley talking shit. Wrestle Dream. You have zero chance to do anything. I won't sell for you. I won't take your moves. And I won't say I quit. Because I'm John fucking Moxley. I will bleed all over you all day fucking long. I rule. Fuck everybody. I love AEW. Good night. I just summed it up quick. Tell me that I'm wrong. I hear Andrade returned. Yes, he did, Daniel. Andrade is back. Andrade, the wrestling ping pong, has bounced back into AEW, and he beat up Kenny Omega on behalf of Don Callis. Oh, and Pac continues to lay boots. Geekbox! I had you playing in the background, just getting to sleep, and then the D-Man Andrade had to come back. Yeah, you're going to clip me going Jericho. I'm going to look like an idiot, but it's okay. I thought the blonde hair was Jericho. Apparently, Andrade got a bit of a dye job. But welcome, Geekbox, and you should be getting some sleep because you got a big day tomorrow, sir. Geekbox will be on the channel tomorrow night, folks. And we're going to war. Going to war. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Death Riders have walked off, and John Moxley at the last word because I fucking rule. That's the end of the show. But yeah, Geekbox, I will see you tomorrow. The video's already up, you son of a bitch. I can read the comments already. I can't believe that guy thought it was Jericho. Clearly, it was Andrade. Fuck you. Jamie and Thekla's feud is exclusive. Yeah. Again, you signed Thekla. Thekla was going to be a big deal. Where is she? Spattered in. And then you're going to shove her in blood and guts. That's your choice. But, ladies and gentlemen, Dynamite has gone off the air. That is the show for the night. As always, for every single show, we take a rating out of 10. And, again, come back tomorrow for Wing of the Ring, which will be Jelly Bean of the Ring. Bean of the Ring, if you will. That's kind of funny. But what did you like? What didn't you like? I'll click through some comments before I get out of here tonight. Get some rest and get prepared for our big battle tomorrow. Camille should have been something. Yeah, but she, I think, realized real quick how fucked this company was. If you are used to legitimate pro wrestling, this is not the place to work. And this is not real pro wrestling. I challenge the fans out there that say this is real pro wrestling to go turn back the clocks and go watch. And I don't mean WWE or WWF. Go watch other real wrestling. The real wrestling that guys like Cornette talk about And it looks nothing like this. Nothing like it. Squashed Alexander. Yeah, he took a pin again tonight. That's how you build the future, Byron. Interview Kyle Fletcher, and then show ends. Kyle injury, Brian off TV. Okay, that's for someone else. I would have been fine with the Andrade Omega feud for his first one back, but yes, Hangman would have been better. And I agree with you, though, but make it at the end of the night. Like, we end the night again. Darby's face down in thumbtacks and a chain and spitting up fucking liquid. Again, is anybody like, oh my God, I can't believe it? Ace Austin has joined the Bang Bang Gang. That's good. There's ties there. ABC joining. I'm okay with that. Better yet, KJ, end the show with Hangman promo. Lights go out. Andrade attack. Beautiful. Right? You sell us all night. You show a Hangman page coming in the building. You open the show, and you have an opening package celebrating 6 years of Dynamite. A really cool package. Get everyone pumped for the show. Especially if you're a diehard AEW fan. You're like, fuck yeah, this is so cool. You come out of that package and you show Hangman walking in the arena. He doesn't say anything. The commentators say, ladies and gentlemen, like, welcome to the show. We're going to have a great night tonight. 6 years of Dynamite. And then the champ is here. He has a message, or he has something he wants to get off his chest, and sell it all night. The champ's going to be here. The champ's going to be here. The champ's going to be here. And then you get that final segment in the main event spot where Hangman comes out and talks. You know, who's next? What am I going to do? I already beat this guy. I beat that guy. You know, I want to be challenged. I want to be a fighting champion. Lights out, Andrade, we go home. Beautiful. Ace Austin, I like it. Megan Bain should have. Where's Megan Bain? This woman should be fucking decimating people. She's not doing shit. Jamie Hayter being held back, huge. This is a former world champ. Could you imagine if Rhea Ripley came back from injury and they put her on like a pre-show? I know WWE doesn't do pre-shows, but put her on a pre-show match randomly, or threw her in like a battle royal instead of coming back and going after Liv. Help me understand. Darby Flame got ready. Oh, yeah, he didn't have his flamethrower. I love it, Geek Box. Appreciate you, sir. Oh, it definitely hurts. All right, we're getting some ratings. I'm catching up. They're using the American Nutritional Owl Design. That's crazy. What are they, OVO? What are we doing? Pac Aries. Live now. All right, well, don't steal my fans yet. Tessa on Tank tomorrow. Don't worry, you're not the only one who thought it was Jericho in the clips. Oh, good. When it first had his hair down, it really did. And then instantly I was like, and nobody thought Andrade was going to pop up that quick back where he came from, because we know he left on bad terms. But that's awesome. Good to know I'm not the only one that got a little duped. 6 out of 10. What a dull show. AEW Dynamite, 6th anniversary, 5 out of 5, 5.5 out of 10, 4.25, 5.9. I only enjoyed 3 of the matches, and the rest was garbage disposal. Noise with diarrhea. Oof. 3 out of 10. Andrade dyed his hair. Yeah, it's not a full dye job. He kind of got the streaks. 10 out of 10. 6 years. Anthony, that's lovely. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Hashtag WFU for life. Wrestling for Life Network. I love it. Use those hashtags on all your posts, folks. We will see them. We will repost them. We will give you some love if you tag us. 4 out of 10. Not even a 6 for their 6-year anniversary. 1 night down. 30 more to go. 5.5. 4 out of 10 straight up. I'm going to go listen. No, don't do it. Stay here. Stay here. We got lots of people hanging out. I saw WWE news about Raw Netflix, very low. We'll talk about this a little bit on Friday, Jordan. The ratings are low. Dynamite's ratings are down. Again, are we getting late into 2025 and people are just tired? Are people getting tired of too much wrestling? We'll talk about that later in the week. But that's my theory right now, is if you're not advertising like a holy shit, you can't miss this one. People are tuning out because I feel like you're doing too much. I feel like there's too many shows and too many shows that don't mean anything. 0 out of 10 did not watch. Damn. 6-year anniversary of Monkey Crap. Again, I don't want to say 6 years of shit. 6 out of 10. Tonight's show. Well, he can't run back to Charlotte. There you go. 5 out of 10. I'm going to agree with my man Eric. AEW rating for tonight, 5 out of 10. I'm not going to fail them. Maybe I'm feeling a little generous because it's their birthday. Tony Khan could have made the 6th anniversary of Dynamite feel special, feel cool, feel like it mattered. And to me, he failed. From the opening segment with the Bucks outside fucking around to everything else that transpired after, tonight lacked. Tonight was unorganized. Tonight wasn't properly put together. You had the wrong matches in the wrong spots. You have opportunities to do real cool things. You don't do it. So what? That Clonogram has now joined the Callis family. You have 4 matches that all had brawls after. Just rinse and repeat. Simplistic booking. And I'm sorry, if you're out there and you don't realize that Tony Khan is treating you like you're stupid, I'm sorry that you don't realize that. It was a 5 out of 10, and that's generous. He needs to find a way to do better. 6-man tag, 6-man tag, tornado tag, mixed tag. Like, it's just people running around everywhere. And for some people, that works. But it's not real professional wrestling. And now it's your 6th year as far as being on the air with Dynamite. You got to find a way to grow as a booker. You got to find a way to grow as a company. You tell me one wrestler right now on Dynamite that has evolved from when you first saw them 4 or 5 years ago. Let me know. I'm all ears. But I can't think of many. Moxie's doing the same shit. Darby's doing the same shit. OC's doing the same shit. Hangman's doing the same shit. Who is new and exciting? I don't know. 4 out of 10, another one of the who booked this flipping shit. What are we doing? What are we doing? My favorite question. What are we doing? Wrestling burnout is real, especially if you aren't hitting, like if you watch, like that's my fear with Crown Jewel, especially being at 7 in the morning, is WrestlePalooza wasn't a great show. So if Crown Jewel isn't a great show, you're asking your fans to show up for mediocrity. And then so is Tony. And I don't like it. I only watch AEW Dynamite because of the channel. Thank you. It's also the reason why I watch AEW. I think the Cena stuff took the air out of WWE this year, and AEW doesn't know how to capture the American audience, so low ratings make sense to me. And you got a point, right? Like the John Cena thing kind of held a lot of things up, kind of added a slowness. Like there was guys out there that we thought would be really good challengers for the world title, but John had it. The heel turn didn't work, so it goes flat. And if Tony Khan was smart, he'd be capitalizing on all of this. But he just, again, he's that kid that shows up at American Idol ready for his golden ticket, only to learn that the judges don't believe he can sing, even though he thinks he sings amazing. And the judges are making funny faces at him. And then when they tell him no, he's just offended. He doesn't listen. I sing great, and they don't get it. I'm a star. That's how Tony treats his booking. I book what I book, and if you don't get it, you're dumb. Okay. All right. How's that working for you? Andrade could be sued. He was under a no-compete clause. Was he not? No. He was free to go. Bye. They didn't give a fuck. Bye. The wrestling for fatigue is it in the wrestling boom is over. The wrestling boom's, I don't want to say the wrestling boom's over, but maybe the boom, like this is a bit of a lull. We had a big boom, a little bit of a backdraft of it all. 10 out of 10 Dynamite, but I'm drunk and biased. Well, fucking hell. There you go. And you got to watch all that shit live. So good for you. I'm glad you had fun. Thank you for wearing the shirts. Thank you for popping up the sign. I didn't see it, but I believe you and I appreciate you. So thank you. Wrestling Josh. All right, I'm gonna pack it in. Too many rematches going on in AEW right now. In all the companies, there's too much rinse and repeat. Both these companies have so much talent and they keep running back the same shit. Bothering me. Fletcher's kind of starting to get just got started, so I can say anything there yet. I think Kyle Fletcher's a star. You just got to line him up and put him in some stuff. But I saw people on X compare the minute of wrestling and AEW for Excel WWE. So what's wrong? Saw people on X compare the minutes of wrestling and AEW for Excel WWE. So what's wrong? I think there's a word or something wrong there. Again, just because we get more of something doesn't mean it's better. I don't know what your point is. Why does he have so many bad members? That's a better question, Unbroken. Wondering what the ratings for this Dynamite will look like. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm sorry, I would rather watch WWE main event than this shit. Like I'm dead serious. Machine Guns put a 5-star banger on with Fraxium and nobody knows about it. And it was at Clash of Paris main event. I'm with you, bro. AEW should have had Emerson Drive. All right. You're the man, Jose. Jose, I'm glad you had fun, buddy. I hope you get a shirt. KJ's hair on it. With my hair on it? That's weird. I'm a man of my word, KJ. Jose, nothing but love, buddy. WFU. Wrestling for everybody. All right, folks, I'm done. I'm all stuffed up. I'm all tired. My throat hurts from yelling, asking, what are we doing? But we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do appreciate you for being here. Remember, folks, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Click your little bell so you don't miss us. We are going to war. The Brits, the Americans, the Canadians, we're going to battle. And if we fail, we got to eat some gross shit. It's going to be a lot of fun. Spooky dookie trivia. It's going to be a good time. 2 Nicks, 1 KJ, boxers and beefs. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. Of course, SmackDown and all your favorite wrestling. But on behalf of Ringsider Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick and Geekbox, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White. Have a good night. See you on the flip side.